Jam around! Welcome to World Class Bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. I'm your host, Jeff Hicks, and with me tonight is the last standing Simone, Big Rig, Nick Utam.
Oh baby, oh baby, oh baby. Don't hedge your bets.
I love it. And live from real-time internet, it's one Mr. Bruce Exico, Kendo Slice.
That is correct, Jeffrey. I am on location. I'm in my new digs. I've got some internet here, and a lot of things are really fun right now and really exciting and different. I can relate to Custer, and yeah, give me a number 9.
Now, folks, if you want to know more about Kendo's move, my trek across the country, where we've been for the last 6 weeks, etc., make sure you guys listen to this week's Sunday Hangover on Patreon. It's an hour long. It gives you all the answers you want to know, and it lets you know that we're back, and it's time to get excited because this Thursday, this week, we're here. Star Trek. How can I get these mixed up? They're nothing like, but we're at Star Trek Celebration, okay?
So pissed off a lot of nerds.
Oh god, yeah.
I pissed myself off.
They're all gonna weaponize their keyboards right now, and
half of them hate us at this moment.
Look, I'm gonna go find William Shatner, and he's gonna give me advice on how to deal with hardcore Star Trekkies.
That's not even what they're called.
I intentionally
okay.
said it like that to sound like an idiot.
Okay, because I was just like, you pissed off even more of the half now. Now only like a 10th, only like 10% people like us now.
Oh, yeah. Well, hold on. Let me kill more of that goodwill. I only like the original series.
You bastard! Who's only likes the original series? This is coming from somebody that's only like never watched any of it.
I mean, at least you and I know where we stand in Star Trek fandom. But yeah, folks, all of this Star Trek Las Vegas talk has been making me think briefly about Star Wars Celebration. Was that not the greatest fan meetup ever?
I will say that the best parts of Star Wars Celebration were not had at Star Wars Celebration.
Yeah, I don't even talk about the event proper.
Yeah,
that's true because going there was a pain in the ass. Parking there was a pain in the ass. Walking inside was a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Well, everything that happened around that and beyond that was better than going in there.
Yeah, essentially, Star Wars Celebration boiled down to this: we have to drive for an hour to get 20 miles. Then we have to spend 40 minutes riding around trying to find a place to park. Then we had to spend another 40 minutes standing in line to get in. So now we're invested at the tune of like 2.5 hours just to get in. And what are we greeted with? Booths trying to sell us shit. And then it turns into, oh yeah, well, we walked around for an hour. We saw everything that, the people trying to sell us. Hey, look, there's this bar that's got, $2 drinks and half price burgers for lunch. Let's go there. And that was the highlight of Star Wars.
It was the highlight of Star Wars Celebration because I would end up dating the chick we had lunch with. So yeah,
that's true. Yeah, that part is accurate. I was there. I was like Brian Williams. I was there.
You were. You didn't even have to lie about the helicopter footage.
No.
Now, the one thing that can be said is World Class Bullshitters is the only Fandom Menace channel to appear at all the big meetups we've had. This will be the third one. So we're the only channel to have been there for all of them. So we're going to keep that trend rolling. Now, folks, I know you're excited that we're back. We're excited too. And the rest of this year is our push. We're going to be pushing to grow the channel. It's been awesome, but we've been busy with Stealing Solo, which is here. It's on its way out soon. I've been showing the books. I've been sharing stuff. Guys, should I, if you give me a minute, I'll share one of the new covers on camera. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Nick and I will
you
talk
guys
about
amongst yourself for a moment.
Yeah, no, Nick and I will talk about burritos and why they're amazing.
Because they're very mobile food that you can almost put anything in. You can make
if
breakfast
wrapped
burritos
correctly.
No, that is no. I will give you that. That is 100% true. If wrapped correctly, they can be taken anywhere. If they're wrapped incorrectly, fuck that person, and I hope they burn in hell.
Yeah, they will fall apart in your hand like nobody's business. You'll be covered in grease, and you'll be very upset.
Yes. It can burritos very quickly can become a horrible nightmare if not wrapped correctly. So
yeah, one of the worst things that can happen to you is be covered in grease and melted sour cream. You don't want that. You don't want that at all. By the way, the new handle here at Bruce Exico. It's a pun on where I live now, and 2, we're gonna make that beer. So, folks, get yourself some Bruce Mexico.
We need to talk to our beer guy and make a spicy Southwest beer.
That's true. Oh, dude, I have learned all about Hatch chilies lately. I've incorporated them in my very famous 4 chili salsa. And yes. So, typically,
I'm now hungry.
Typically, and this is a secret ingredient to you and all the faithful out there. I start with tomatoes. You slice them, you roast them, deliciousness. You start with some garlic, sliced, ready to be roasted. Same thing with onions. And then I would go with some peppers, various peppers. They at least have 4 or 5 peppers in there. But I found, based on my new digs, the chili pepper capital of the world. If you haven't figured it out yet, I live in New Mexico now. And so they have Hatch chilies, which is like the New Mexico chili. The Bruce Mexico chili. And you can, at certain stores, that's right, tomatoes. And you can get them in all 4, from mild, medium, to hot, to extra hot. And I put each of one of those in there with a little cilantro and some lime. Throw it through the blender, and you got yourself Kendo's now New Mexico for pepper salsa. Bruce Mexico. I don't want to dox myself, Jeff.
Well, good luck, because our audience is smarter than your average bear, but people online, man, they can find you anywhere. Do you remember when we were at my birthday weekend / the closing of the first Stealing Solo?
Yeah,
we were outside on a live stream for about a minute.
That wasn't even Camp Kidney. That was the other place that we liked better than Camp Kidney.
Yeah, we couldn't get it.
Well, don't worry. Whenever we're around each other and I post pictures to the main accounts, I always delete the metadata on any of those pictures, so they really can't find us and like download the picture and find out all the information. Like it's gone. It's just a picture then. So,
dude, I don't care. New Mexico is a very big place. Good luck finding me.
Well, folks, we love to announce where we're at when when we want to see people. And so Horror Hound, in just about a month from today, we will be live at Horror Hound Cincinnati. Guys, are you excited to finally get together as a channel and meet more audience members?
Dude, I'm just happy to do a goddamn horror con, man. I fucking miss those. I think there's one happening in Atlanta, but I don't want to go to that one because you guys aren't there. So it doesn't really count to me.
Now, folks, this all ties together because we will have mailed out books and stuff for Horror Hound. Obviously, Stealing Solo, in the process. Let me actually show one of the books right here. This is my cover. See that one, boys? Yeah. There we go. New back cover, and it's a much.
Wait, hold on. No. Hold on. Jeff, you have a fucking beard, buddy.
Yeah,
I gotta shave. Oh,
yeah, get to that shit.
Yeah, that's impressive, sir. That's impressive.
Oh, don't worry. I'll be cleaned up for when we go out tonight. Don't worry.
Oh, good, because you don't want to look like you're home. Wait, there's a dog outside.
No, but I almost showed one of the surprises away of this book, which I don't want to. But the stickers are here, the little lenticular stickers, all the stuff. So, nice. Folks, be on the lookout. Ooh, I'll show the trading cards later. I don't need to get up and get trading cards right now. I'll do a special stream for all this shit. But I just wanted to let people know the turnaround time was really quick. These books look amazing. It's cool, too, because you can see where the pages shift from black to white, and some of those newer pages pop up. This is a hefty book, folks, so get excited. And the coolest part about all of this is we have another project coming out with Wokebusters. That'll be ready to be actually, I'm going to have the mailing list in about 2 weeks for Wokebusters, so just be on the lookout for that.
Nice. I'll have to get you my new address.
Oh, don't, guys, you're in the shit. It's free. You don't have to ever request that kind of stuff. You just tell me when, and it'll show up to you. Every edition. Collector's versions, it don't matter. But the reason I bring this stuff up, folks, briefly before we start tonight's show is when you come meet us, bring all this stuff to get autographed. These books, these trading cards, not just for our channel, but the entire original Fandom Menace. We have autograph sections for, Cecil the Hutt, Jesse, Jeremy, Anna in her gold bikini, all of this stuff. Nice big pages, beautiful illustrations by me. But yeah, here, this is the page everybody wants to see right here. We all know you want this. Cecil the Hutt, here he is. So yeah, get it autographed by Cecil, Anna, that Star Wars girl, anybody. Just be on the lookout.
Hey Jeff, you got that? You got the poster version, buddy?
Oh, the poster version. You want the NFT? Do you want me to send you a 28K resolution file of my own artwork?
Yeah, man. I need it for reasons. Okay.
You know what we're gonna do? We are gonna go get a billboard and we're going to advertise for this comic with the art. There you go, Nick. And you're going to cover the advertising expenses, and then you get to keep the billboard. There we go.
Okay, deal. That's fine. that's entirely fine.
Plan, boys.
That's fine.
So,
Okay
folks, there you go. Be on the lookout for all that exciting stuff from World Class Bullshitters. Now, do you guys want to talk about something kind of exciting, but it's just really, really, really short?
Sure.
Brendan Fraser's making a comeback.
What?
Yeah, Brendan Fraser was just cast in Martin Scorsese's new film, and I'm happy for him because the dude got the short end of the stick. Every Brendan Fraser film wasn't perfect, but God damn it, he seemed like one of the coolest dudes.
Yeah, they weren't perfect, but like they were imprinted by him and his and his ability to be a really good actor. And it was just like and I always like to think that Dr. Jones and his character from The Mummy like somehow crossed paths during their times in doing whatever. At some point in the 30s or the 40s or whatever, like that happened, because I think that would make a cool movie or a story for sure.
Dude, I would watch that.
Yeah, and I mean, like I remember watching Encino Man a lot. Dude, the Mummy movies, a lot of his stuff that he did, and I loved it all, man. I thought he was great, and it's always hard to hear about him, about his fall from grace and like how bad things were and how he got screwed over and stuff like that. It was just difficult to hear, but I'm glad he's in a Scorsese movie, and he got cast in it, and then it's just great news.
Yeah, he just always seemed like a cool dude. Loved his movies. Loved George of the Jungle and Encino Man. Was reading up on him. Did you guys know that he was a fan favorite to replace Christopher Reeve as Superman in the 90s?
What?
I don't remember this, but that's what I've been reading. I can't imagine a world where Brendan Fraser was Superman.
I mean, back then he had the build for it, and I think he would pull it off. But I mean, I could kind of go with it because, he was kind of serious. His acting was kind of serious in the Mummy movies a little bit here and there, so I could see him pull off Superman. It would. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see. I would definitely have loved to see that for sure.
Yeah, interesting.
It would have been much better than Nicolas Cage playing Superman. And yeah, I just said that.
I don't know. That's tough. That's tough.
Nicolas Cage playing Superman would be the equivalent to The Room. Like, it would be just a horribly fun disaster to watch.
Correct.
It would be one of those things that everybody goes through. Like, it would make so much money just from like the shit watching people go do to like go watch it over and over again and get drunk or get high and go watch it or something like that.
Yeah, I mean dude. Nicolas Cage is Tommy Wiseau. Sign me up.
There we go. That's how I feel about Nicolas Cage right there.
Two-Face.
Jesus. Nicolas Cage should have played Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, The Flash. I want a single man performance of Justice League.
Dude, don't joke, because that would be great. Nicolas Cage is every member of the Justice League. Oh, dude, I'd watch that.
He's also Lex Luthor as well.
Yeah. He could demonstrate his range.
Oh my god, I think that would be wonderful as hell to see, and he'd be down for it because he's like, sure, whatever.
Oh yeah, easily.
Oh yeah,
as long as that check clears, Nick Cage is on board.
Oh definitely.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
That's why we need to keep building our channel, folks, so we can hire Nicolas Cage for fun vanity projects.
Nicolas Cage as Jeff Hicks. And that's bullshitters. Origin story.
No. Nicolas Cage is Dion Green. Come on now.
Oh, dude,
I got an idea.
We make a 4-part movie about world-class bullshitters, and Nick Cage plays each one of us.
Oh my god, that'd be great.
I got an idea. Parts. Why don't we parody a parody? We should make the Stealing Solo movie, but instead of Harrison Ford, it's Nicolas Cage. And the flip is he wants to be kidnapped, and we can't get away.
I am 100% on board with that. I don't. Go ahead and throw the contract in front of me. I'm signing it.
Nicolas Cage kidnaps us, so we have to kidnap him.
The thing is, here's the story. He reads the fucking comic book. He shows up here and he goes, look, it's a great idea. We need to make it happen. And at first I'm like, you need to leave me alone. And then he kidnaps us, takes us to a location. The four of us wake up and he's like, look, we're going to make the movie just like your book. And I'm like, dude, it's just a comic. And he's like, no, it's art. And he like freaks out and he wants to relive this shit. And I'm just like, dude, I'll give you the files. Just let me go home. I don't care anymore.
Whatever the right, just let me go.
I will put on the green costume. It's okay, Nicolas Cage.
Boys, I think we have our.
That's how they did it in the Avengers. I agree with you, Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, it's basically Nicolas Cage holding us hostage for us to act like we're holding him hostage, and he's playing like Harrison Ford. That would
fine.
Be, that would be
Look,
goddamn hilarious.
What's going to happen is I'm going to talk to you. Nick's going to sneak up behind you. He's going to hit you with a wrench. And then I will put a bag over your head and call off the cops. It'll be okay, Nicolas Cage. I'm on board. I agree with your vision. Wrong!
Maybe Kevin Spacey. That's an actor I would never want to make that movie with.
No, there's
we wake up
too many.
The four of us wake up from being kidnapped, and it's Kevin Spacey. Oh god!
Yeah, we wake up. We smell like tacos. We got hurt buttholes. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I don't ever want to smell like tacos. I like to keep myself cleaner than that.
Yeah.
Now, folks, up next, Jeopardy. Now, over the last couple of months, we've talked about LeVar Burton. I was one of those people that was very, very excited for LeVar Burton to be the host of Jeopardy. I thought, hey, Reading Rainbow was such a great part of my childhood. I learned so much from watching Reading Rainbow. And as I grew up, I kept watching Jeopardy. I learned a lot. So he was the perfect guy. Then I watched the show, and he fucking sucked. What did you guys think if you watched LeVar Burton on Jeopardy?
I didn't. I just, I don't care.
Well, there's a reason. No. Okay, so you didn't watch it either, Kendo?
No, I play Jeopardy on my Alexa, who has recently been reborn in the last couple of days, and it's been fun.
Wait, hold on. You dipped her in water?
No, I just plugged her back in with some internet, and she was like, "Oh, hey, I'm Alexa," okay. And I'm like, "Hi, honey, I missed you." And
okay, because I thought you baptized her or something. I didn't know. I'm sorry.
No, I haven't gone that fully into being native yet. But yeah, no, I still play Jeopardy on that thing. It's so much fun, being better than most of America, and smarter than most of America. But yeah, no, LeVar Burton, I would have totally been like, this guy gets it. He knows what it's like to host a show, but apparently he only knows how to host a show to children. And needless to say, I would love to be on Kids Jeopardy because I would run the table and fuck all them up.
Well, the reason I bring this up to you guys this week isn't to say I told you so. It's because Brent Spiner says that LeVar Burton deserved better. So while LeVar Burton achieved his dream of becoming a Jeopardy host, it was an experience that was all too short. As part of a series of guest hosts for the season 37 to succeed the late Alex Trebek, Sony Pictures Television was looking to finalize talks with executive producer Mike Richards to serve as the next permanent host. Upon learning the news, the Star Trek The Next Generation actor took to Twitter to address disappointed fans. He says, "I have said many times over these past few weeks that no matter the outcome, I've won," he wrote. "The outpouring of love and support from family, friends, and fans alike has been incredible. If the love is the ultimate blessing, and I believe that it is, I am truly blessed beyond measures." So LeVar Burton, classy guy, took the classy approach. Don't really agree with, actually not at all, don't agree with his take on cancel culture, but I still saw his Jeopardy performance, and I thought he didn't do a great job. And I've been reading a lot of comments, and that seems to be the consensus. People were just like, I was excited, he didn't deliver, and people are now trying to make it a race thing.
Well, I mean...
Okay, all right.
I would like to point out, first and foremost, that I'm glad that Michael Richards found a new job after, the fallout that he had with his horrible comedy gimmick. So it's good to see him land on his feet and get a job with Jeopardy. Number two, it's like you can't really call it a win if you didn't get the job. You're like, I applied for this job. They said I'm really qualified and they love me, but they didn't give it to me. They gave it to somebody else. Well, it's still a win, folks, because I felt love from everybody. Well, that's great. I feel love from people all the time. I feel love from my family members, most of them, and my friends, most of them, and my significant other. But If I don't get the job, it's like I'm still not getting paid. So I don't see how that's a win.
I'm happy LeVar got his moment in the sun, and I'm glad it's over. I wish people would just go back to feeling about Jeopardy the same way they did before. We had celebrity hosts or people that you could politicize. Were you watching Jeopardy before Alex Trebek was sick? Maybe you were, maybe you weren't. If you were, cool. Jeopardy was a show I would catch every once in a while. I didn't really do a ton of TV anymore, but this is it. And I'm glad LeVar Burton has gracefully moved on. But these things always suck, though, when it's like the person that did it and the people were all happy. It came to a nice amicable split, and then people got to make it about this and that and stink it up a little. And it was a nice moment, but can we stop politicizing everything, folks?
Dude, I don't care what color you are. If you're the right fit for it, you're the right fit for it. If you are not, then you are not. It doesn't matter what shade of melanin you possess. If you're the right fit, you're the right fit. Clearly, the NBC people did not feel that LeVar Burton was the right fit. It has nothing to do with what color he is. It has to do with what they thought was going to sell.
Now, speaking of selling, what would you guys do for $900 million?
A lot.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
That is a lot.
It is a lot of load of money. I would sell out in a heartbeat for $900 million. But we haven't created anything, folks, so don't worry. When it comes time for our $900 million payout, believe me, you'll know because we won't shut the fuck up about it.
And then we will go away after we get it.
Yeah. Hey, you guys just made $900 million on a deal. What you guys doing next? Retirement.
Yeah, I'm not doing shit. I'm going to spend every day hanging out at home because I don't want to leave and deal with people.
I think what I'll do is we'll have a super fan meetup where I'll fly all the creators that everybody wants to a location. And with $900 million, we'll have a fund so people can like win trips or some shit to go. But yeah, then that's it. Then I'm done forever. It's like it'll be the biggest show you could possibly imagine. Buffalo Jeff will appear in person and we'll ride off into the sunset.
Dude, I am building the world-class bullshitters compound that we've talked about in Montana, the middle of nowhere, Montana, where nobody can find us, Montana. And if you do, you will shop by the guard, Montana. And we will go there, and I will live there. You guys can come visit anytime you want. You can live there too. I don't care. We'll have all that money. I'll have $250 million almost. And I don't give a shit.
How much are you going to invest in Jollibee stock?
Baby! We're buying our own Jollibee.
Yeah, I was saying with your $250 million, Kendo, just buy your damn Jollibee and put it in the compound. It'll be like Richie Rich with his McDonald's.
Oh my god!
It'll be Jollibee.
You guys remember that movie?
Outside of Butte, Montana. Yep. How many people can go? Oh, can anybody go there? No, just like these 8 people.
I want that reality.
I'm buying my own goddamn island for us.
I'm literally standing there going, "Are you on the list?" Nope, you're not. You can't come to this Jollibee. Get the fuck out.
I'm going to make Bullshit Island, and then I'm going to make Whore Island right next to it.
You're going to get hired Ja Rule because that might be a problem.
Is he free? What's his commission?
No, he's not free. He's got 3 to 5 left.
Oh man.
So, we don't have the burden of $900 million yet, but South Park creators Matt Stone and Trey Parker do. So the expanding South Park universe will include new movies for Paramount Plus. The creators of South Park have signed a new deal with Viacom CBS that will pay them more than $900 million over the next 6 years, one of the richest deals in TV history. Trey Parker and Matt Stone will use the money to make new episodes of South Park for Viacom's Comedy Central network and create several spin-off movies for the company's Paramount Plus service. These parties said on Thursday their first project under the new deal will be a movie set in the world of South Park that will debut sometime before the end of the year. The deal with Parker and Stone is the clearest sign of Viacom CBS's growing commitment to Paramount Plus, which is good because I think it's asshole. We've had it for the free month, and I keep wanting to cancel it, but I keep forgetting. But it blows. Like, Paramount, Indiana Jones isn't enough to keep me on a streaming service. Up your shit. And your Nickelodeon selection ain't that good either. Now, this deal is interesting. Obviously, the money is what everyone's talking about. But the part about making new movies, and obviously them calling attention to the fact that this one is set in the South Park world, meaning other projects aren't bound to the South Park world. Are we going to get Team America World Police 2?
I hope so. As you guys know, I am like the resident South Park aficionado.
This is true.
And when I saw that, on the one hand, I was like, I'm glad they're getting paid. And on the other hand, I was like, God damn, South Park's 25 years old. I've been a fan since the beginning. I don't want to say that out loud. It makes me want to cry. But it was like, okay, so they're going to at least carry through 30 seasons. I get that. I saw some people complaining on the internet. They're like, oh, so we're going to get seasons that are like 8 episodes. That's bullshit. I'm like, you would not have survived in watching English television. Let me tell you, because they have shows that are like 10 seasons long that are like 20 episodes. Get over yourself.
Personally, I prefer that method.
I do too. If you do a season that's like 8 episodes, you're concise, you're to the point, you are breaking it down to like the minimum that you have to do. And with South Park, they hammer pop culture in a way that is just perfect. It's perfect. It's enjoyable. Yes, there are some misses. I'm not above loving those guys enough to say that they haven't put out some episodes that just make me go, what the fuck were you thinking? But when I saw that there was going to be like spin-off movies involved, I'm like, oh, this could be a problem. But then I'm like, well, they're set in the South Park universe. So it could be like Butter's very own episode, but like 90 minutes. That could work. I could dig that. It'd be like, you take any of their fucking catalog and turn that into a 90-minute episode. That works. Because they've got several episodes like the Imagination Land, the Coon trilogy, the Black Friday thing. They've got a lot of those that they were able to work into multi-episode things on arcs that could work. I would like to take the cautiously optimistic approach because I do know, based on looking at The Simpsons occasionally over the last 20 years, that at some point you become bankrupt on ideas when you've pretty much played every fucking card you have. There's only a certain number of those in the deck, and at a certain point you run out of shit to do. South Park, on the other hand, they've been able to tackle current events in a way that is semi-refreshing as opposed to everyone else that tries to do it. And I'm excited. I mean, I'm willing to invest because I fucking love that show so much. I've been such a South Park person for the better part of 25 years, and God, that makes me sad. But yeah, I'm in. Will it make me purchase Paramount Plus when the time comes? If they've got something I want to pay to watch, yes. Just like you folks,
I'll give you my login.
Yeah, just like you folks should pay the $5 to listen to us, do our after hours from last week because it's highly entertaining. It's an hour long, and we talk about all sorts of shit that's happened over the last few weeks. Jeff.
Yes.
Hi.
So, anything else you guys want to add on that one?
That's one hell of a deal, man. $900 million. That's crazy.
It is
for them, man. Good for them. They've worked hard for the last 25 years, Kendo, and they've done a good job. On the Team America World Police, I remember watching the behind the scenes thing, and those guys swore themselves to never make another movie with puppets again. So I doubt they would do a part 2. I really doubt it, unless it's going to be like an animated version or something. But I don't think that would play very well. So
I just think they'll get. This will be good and bad because this is how they end their careers. Because as society gets more uppity, South Park, becomes more and more important. But at the end of the day, they're going to get so much creative pushback by the end of this contract. I bet they're happy that it's over because how much bullshit are they going to get away with? Do you think that they'll put $900 million into Trey Parker and Matt Stone and let them get away with everything they want? Bad press on your new streaming service? Uh-oh.
Yeah, and I love how these streaming services are now like buying up creators and buying up IPs so they can make like beat the dead horse even more to make people buy their streaming service. Like that's what's just happening now. It's no longer studios and things like that. It's now streaming services that have become the new studios that are the new landscape we're dealing with, and they're the ones buying up all these things. Nickelodeon was supposed to go to Netflix, like 3 or 4 years ago. They signed a deal with them, but I think nothing happened through it, and now they're with Paramount. The thing is that Nickelodeon, like, you know, the 90s nostalgia is here. It's already here. I see it happening all the time now. If they were smart, they would dump their entire 90s collection onto Paramount Plus right now. And not just drip it out, but like everything. Pete and Pete, Wienerville, Kablam.
Wienerville. I remember that show.
Yeah, remember that? That's a fucking long time ago. Rocko's Modern Life, Angry Beavers, everything that came out of the 90s. Just dump it on there like a fucking dump truck on Paramount Plus and be like, we got everything, and then show you have everything, and still charge the same amount of money for it. And like that would bring everybody in who's our age, who has 90s nostalgia, to buy your service and want to watch it all the time.
Well, I think with them, the best route to go would be to target our generation, because it's Nickelodeon, Jackass, Beavis and Butthead, all of these things that appeal to so many people in our age group. Just make sure you guys capture, because you talked about the 90s nostalgia. All right, well, there was a point where the spirit of 80s nostalgia was done right, was done well. There was a point where everyone was on board. Then after a certain amount of money got made, it became, how quickly can we make this money? And then we have your Michael Bay Transformers films and your Michael Bay produced Ninja Turtles films and this other shitty pop culture treatment of otherwise, oh God, look, we just came off of He-Man. Everybody in there was a fucking He-Man fanatic all of a sudden. But you know what? It's because these places go and they go and they bastardize these pop culture icons. And so now that this version of Frankenstein's nostalgia is the norm, but we're also entering we're in the 90s nostalgia is new camp. I hope that they don't fuck it up from the beginning. If they're going to have to wait down the road, let us get that era of purity, because there's an excitement that comes with this shit. Like when Kendo gets back in a second, the Ninja Turtles Power Rangers crossover toy line. I mean, it's finally happening. We're living in the world where Power Rangers are fighting the Ninja Turtles. And it's the real thing. So, like, shit changes, shit's cool. But, you know, Paramount, you guys are going to really have the keys to the 90s kingdom if you're going to do this. Like, follow what Nick says. And stop being fucking cheap. You want to talk about investing in your catalog? Here's what I want you to do, everybody that has a streaming service. Invest in your catalog by paying for the rights to all the music. Don't fucking cheap out. Don't keep a show off your streaming service because you don't want to pay royalties. You know what? Don't pay one of these fucking idiot directors $150 million, $500 million to make some fucked up movies. Go get yourself, probably like $30,000 for some of these fucking royalties. Some of these things are stupid cheap, but they're too dumb. They don't want to pay it.
Yeah.
It's get everybody on board,
dude. It's like you know, I love the show Scrubs, and even watching that thing on Netflix, there are some episodes where the music is gone. Like I remember I watched a show long enough and often enough, sad to say, I know what certain music cues are, and you know who the bands are. Some of the episodes don't have the correct music cues because they were too cheap to pay for it. I'm like, this is goddamn Netflix who spent.
It's like the WWE.
Netflix, who spent $20 billion in 2018 for content. Like you can't like cut out a little bit more, or cut a budget a little shorter and get some proper music rights for Scrubs. What the fuck's wrong with you?
These places just don't want to do. It's funny how
yeah, I agree with you 100%. That's the thing. It's like they don't want to pay for their catalog. They want to give some asshole director just out of film school or some guy who made some artsy bullshit for Sundance, who won Great Picture, you know, the Great Picture at Sundance, give him, you know, $100 million, be like, you know, go make your thing. And it's like, nobody knows who that is. Nobody cares, you know? And the way Netflix advertises things is just abysmal. You never know what's on there ever. You have to go search for it.
It's weird too, because their personalized experience, which is what we all build our lists and queues for, which is great. But when I was out of town looking at other Netflix selections, I was like, man, I didn't even know these shows were on here. I didn't even know this show was a thing. I mean, we started watching Peaky Blinders. Yes, I had heard about it, but Netflix wasn't recommending that shit to me.
Is that any good?
Oh, it's awesome. Go fucking watch it, dude.
Okay. Yeah, because I signed up for Netflix so I could watch Breaking Bad again. I figured it was apt for, you know, the location. And Peaky Blinders was suggested, so I added it to the list.
Kendo, I know you very well. This is your type of show.
Nice.
Nick, I know you very well. This is also your type of show.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
I would recommend this show to any dude.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. My uncle's my cool older uncle told me about it as well, and I was like, yeah, I need to check this out. So that'll happen.
It's violent. It's bloody. It's got tits. It's awesome. Well acted. It's got
Souls.
Sam Neill, who's a world class actor.
Oh, nice.
It's got it all, man. Cillian Murphy's great too. Like he always was, but he's extra great in this one. So, yeah, folks, it's time to check in with the audience. We'll be back in just a moment.
There's always room for family.
Well, hold on. I think we need a little longer than that. What's a better button to press? Kendo, give me a number.
12.
Message! Message! Message!
Ooh, that's 12. Go me.
So the first one comes from our friend SH Rebels 08, who says, Dion, where's your butt?
Ouch.
That one was a little on the nose, but you guys sent it in, so I'm going to read it. We have another one from Dr. Coffin now who says, hey guys, can't wait to meet Lape again. Bet he's not that anus.
No, he totally is. He is.
Oh man, yeah. That oh, God, yeah. I haven't met that man in a while. Hopefully, he's gotten less anus, but I don't think so.
No,
He cut his hair.
No, yeah.
He
The
cut his hair.
last horror hound, when we went out and we got some, fuck, what is it? The cheese, the corn, the chili dogs, Skyline.
Toonies from Skyline.
Yes, when we went to get Skyline and we rolled up and Nick was standing outside, we were supposed to meet him. And of course, Lape has to yell out the window Nick's full name and full Indian shitty accent. And I'm just like, dude, that is not cool. That was peak anus. It's never gonna get less anus than that. He is 100% anus.
Yeah, and then you call me by my street name, and I immediately I'm like, Kenda's there. Okay, good.
Yeah, no. When he pulls up, he's like, no, Nani Gutam Chetani. I'm like, dude, that is fucking horrible. It's like Nick, and you turned around, I'm like, hey.
That man is completely anus.
He is. Lape, don't you dare do that to Dr. Coffin Nails.
Yeah.
Up next from Superfan Adam Shawhan, where's Dion at?
We don't know.
I don't know. Kendo, you were the last person to lay eyes on him in this group. Did you kill him? And if so, was it more than $80 that you shot him in the back for?
No, Jeff. The last time I saw Dion Green, we were watching Money in the Bank. And after the pay-per-view was over, I was like, I'm tired. It's almost 11 o'clock. I've had a long day. You've had a long day. I'm going to go to sleep because I got a long day tomorrow. And I believe he was still awake, and he went out onto his porch with Hildar.
No, bitch!
No, that's what
those
happened.
were the last words he ever said.
Yeah.
All right. So, back to the show, guys. Our buddy Kevin Smith, we've been talking about Schuler Bob for quite some time, and I don't really have anything new to add because I don't care about him. But what I do care about is Hollywood seems to try to be gaslighting its fans, like all of us. For the last, I don't know, let's just go back to 2015. We'll just start with The Force Awakens. This new weird, that's when the singularity happened. The Disney, they had already done the Avengers movies, but they were feeling bold, and it was time for their second property to take off, Star Wars. So that is really where this Hollywood gaslighting starts, where people are, what are they doing to our favorite characters? And then you're being called all these horrible, terrible things. And it's just constant. And it's not just a one-off thing. That's what I figured this out all is. It's just gaslighting on Hollywood's level. And it's stupid. And we're watching films with low, bad box offices outside of a pandemic. And Kevin Smith's He-Man really just exemplified that. That is the thing that's happening. What do you guys think about that?
Well, I mean, I was a little too young for He-Man to begin with, so I kind of look at it with a bit of ambivalence. It's like, I don't care about He-Man. I mean, it's great if it works, but at the same time, it's like, on the one hand, it's Yeah, he fucking made it woke, which we predicted on this show. And it's like, well, it's kind of shitty that you had to do that to the people that were fans of He-Man. And my whole thing is like, the stuff is like kind of gotten to a fever pitch level where everything they fucking do nowadays has to be woke. So I take the Simpsons Treehouse of Horrors, I don't know what number it is, but it's an early one, approach of Paul Anka's Just Don't Look. Just don't look. If you don't so the thing is, if we come on the internet and we cry about it, we bitch about it, we throw a fit about it, it means we either watched it or we know it exists. If you don't fucking watch it, you don't give it the viewership numbers, you don't look at it, you just don't give it any credence. And I could follow that up with the fact that a certain individual whom I hate is rebooting the Ninja Turtles. And I'm just not going to watch it. I don't care. It doesn't exist.
Who is that person?
Seth fucking Rogen. Thanks, Jeff.
Now, Kendall, I know you're excited, and I won't ask you to spend more than 3 to 4 hours covering your love of Seth Rogen and his Ninja Turtles reboot that you don't even know it's about yet. But let's take a step back from that and realize what a big mistake it is, because I developed a conscience as I'm trying to start making new art, yet at the same time losing my sense of humor. Now that you're in charge of Ninja Turtles, or at least the writing duties, bro, be prepared for the same fucking... you know what? I'm going to play a game with you guys. What fucked up celebrity is going to get the Power Rangers to fuck up? That's
Seth Rogen.
Because
I want you to hurt as much as I do.
No. Tika Waititi's going to get the Power Rangers. I'm calling it right now.
No, it's
either him or Jordan Peele, one or the other.
Oh God, I hope it's Jordan Peele, Jeff. I hope it's Jordan Peele. Just because you had to evoke.
Oh, I hate you.
I hope it's Jordan Peele.
If it's Jordan Peele, Jeff is gonna leave. Jeff's gonna leave the podcast being like, I need to go return some videotapes. and then we're gonna hear the next day is about Jordan Peele who fell off his balcony or something to his death or whatever.
At this moment, I'm okay with that because of the fact he had to bring that up. I fucking hate Seth Rogen. He plays the same character in every goddamn movie. They tried to make a joke about it, and then the world's the end. He's like, "Oh, you're gonna play the same character in every movie?" He's like, "Yeah." It's like, yeah, it's because you fucking do. You're like Michael Cera. You play the same fucking role in every fucking movie, and you're not like what's his name that plays Kenny Powers, where it's actually entertaining. No, you play fat, dumpy douchebag, and that's all you play. Just like Michael Cera plays skinny, fucking dumpy loser guy in every fucking movie you play. Fuck Seth Rogen. Fuck him and his Ninja Turtles. It's not gonna be any good. I ain't gonna watch it. I'm not spending $1,000 on pre-orders for Ninja Turtles of Seth Rollins. No, I'm Seth Rollins. Him too. Seth Rogen. I spent it already on the Ninja Turtles from 1988, 89. Yeah, I don't care. I'm buying Eastman Laird's Ninja Turtles, not yours. Fuck you, Seth Rogen, you dick. You're not even good as Seth Rollins.
Well, and that's the thing I don't understand about Hollywood. They keep wanting to shove their politics into these old IPs that they want to keep around. And then they wonder why that they bomb and don't make money. It's just like and also it's like you don't shove these fucking dumbass politics into things that were made when these things didn't exist. It doesn't make sense. Also, by doing that, you're killing the IP and killing anybody who has money to buy it now or give money to it. And whenever you do something again, even though it's good or bad, they're still going to say no, I'm not going to watch it or give it any money.
Well, that's because
all you're doing is killing the IP for a very, very, very long time.
Number one, Jeff, fuck you. Number two, their strategy is not working. Their original strategy was we'll put this out there, and then when it doesn't work, we'll attack the fans. It's like you've been doing that for 5 years. You've been attacking us for 5 years, and your box office receipts are still declining. It's not us. It's not just us. It's not the niche audience that loves this stuff and has enjoyed it for so long. Fuck you, Jeff. I know. I saw it on Big Bad Toy Store too, and I didn't share it with you because I was appalled.
I see how it is between us.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. Yeah.
That's why I'm gonna go out and buy this whole fucking set to spite you. It's morphin' time, bitch.
Look. The only thing I will give them is that they made Raphael the Red Power Ranger. That's the only thing they got right. Other than that,
God.
fuck this crossover. I didn't want to.
Oh, dude, I have no idea what this crossover is about. I just like the Power Rangers, and I feel like this is a once in a lifetime thing because when we were kids, well, not maybe you, but I was like, oh, Power Rangers versus Ninja Turtles. How would that shit go down?
We would
I
win.
guess like every
The Ninja
fuck
Turtles
that
would win.
Disney property where they just team up instead of fight each other to the death because no one can be the hero or the villain. Like Freddy versus Jason was awesome because they both lost and they both won. But for God's sakes, nowadays,
apparently there's a book about how that whole thing went down recently that I'm gonna try to get from my audiobook collection.
I hate you. Look, you don't give this shit credence. I know why they're making these because number one, the 80s nostalgia is blending into the 90s nostalgia. We've seen this. We're watching it happen in real time. Number two, there was a Ninja Turtles Power Rangers crossover in the comic books. It wasn't by the original people that did it. It was by the sellout people that did it. Number three, they want to sell action figures. Not to me because I'm not buying those things. And number four, Voltron would beat Power Rangers every day of the week. I will die on that.
Wait, Voltron's only 5 coming together, right?
Power Rangers are only 5 coming together too, unless you decide to include the Rebel Tommy and his fucking Green Dragon Sword.
Don't forget Titanus. Look, just because its name is spelled Tit Anus doesn't mean it doesn't pack a lot of fire.
Listen, motherfucker, Tit Anus occurred later. It is a spin-off. It's not the original Power Rangers.
Yes, it is. Titanus is the original thing. Lord
Okay.
Brachion's from the original series, dude. I got that toy Christmas '93.
Either way, they can fuck off the Voltron when it forms Blazing Sword to cut that Dragon Sword down in half. I will die on that hill.
Okay, you will die because the fucking the Ultra Zord is gonna smoke the fuck out of whatever Ultron edition you bring at me. Cars, Lions, Teletubbies, the Power Rangers are gonna win.
Listen, everybody only will acknowledge that the only Voltron defender of the universe, not defender of planet Earth, versus that fucking she bitch, whatever her name was. I can't remember. The chick with the big fucking horns that could only send like a mutated gorilla to Earth to fucking win, and he never did.
They sent a new monster every day, Kendo. Give them a
And
break.
they always lost.
Those kids must be failing all their classes. In all
They
honesty.
lost to a bunch of teenagers. Okay, the Voltron was piloted by defenders of the universe, not defenders of planet Earth. We're talking about not the world title, Jeff. We're talking about the universal title that we created.
Okay,
That
Brock
looks
Lesnar.
too clunky to even move. That looks like a guy with a giant white dragon erection. Okay, that's not going to defeat anybody except for maybe a
Stegosaurus looks like it's a dick.
Yeah. It's gonna knock
Where do you
off
think
what's
the
her name?
firepower comes from, bro?
Yeah, it's gonna beat the chick that's gotten engaged recently, whose name I can't remember, but she does a bunch of interracial shit.
Oh, Riley Reid?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that won't even stop Riley Reid. She doesn't go for a white dong.
Malin Ward is who you're talking about.
Yes,
No,
no, she does. She went from straight. I'm dressing myself in body paint to I'm banging 3 black dudes at once. So it's not her either.
I don't know how to respond to this anymore. Let's just move on.
It doesn't matter. Voltron would win.
You know, it was all fun and games ripping on Kevin Smith until Voltron versus Megazord got thrown into it. Folks, you need to tell us what you think. Who you
That
think
is the
would win.
battle for the ages.
Wait, hold on.
Voltron versus rip-off Voltron.
Hold on. We need to make this a Patreon exclusive, people. You're missing the point here.
You know what I'll do? I'll ask Andy Signor if he'll host it for us.
There you go.
I will die on the hill of Voltron. The Go Lion
need
version will always beat fucking rip-off Voltron, the 5
We
teenage
need
kids
to-
with angst. Which one of them is dead? So I mean, they've already got a 5-4 advantage.
Yeah, we need to.
Oh my
We need
God,
to do this,
dude.
We need to.
Who's
do
gonna
this pop
pilot
culture-
Saber-Tooth Tiger, Jeff? She's dead.
No, Trini got replaced by Aisha. There was already a replacement.
Fuck that. They within season 1 to 2, they had to
Hey,
replace their main cast.
hey! Break it up and save it for Patreon. Goddamn
What
it,
a bitch.
Jesus! Save it for
Yeah.
Patreon. Where we're gonna make some fucking money off this. Come on now.
Give me that
See, now
17
you're-
cents, Nick.
You are tipping the hand. You're not supposed to tip the hand, folks.
I'm not
buy
tipping the hand.
Patreon.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Pocket it for Patreon. Is what I'm saying.
Folks, if you pay $5, you'll hear this battle between Voltron and the ripoff Voltron. And we'll tell you about Omaha Steaks.
Yeah, folks, if you like delicious, delicious meat delivered to your house and you're not Riley Reid and you don't care what color it is, then make sure you get a delicious Omaha steak because right now,
There's always room for family.
Yes. If you put the code family in when you order, you'll get some hot, warm meat right in your mouth.
You went
I don't have
to fucking Olive Garden immediately.
I could go for some breadsticks.
Oh my god.
Shit.
Yeah, dude. Why are you
You
ragging
keep
on
on
Olive
joking, I
Garden?
might
That's all
get
about
some.
meat sauce and fuck money. Come on now.
Dude, I'm just oh god, that idea I came up with for the Omaha Steaks thing, we need to do that. That needs to happen.
Deal.
We
Let's
need
write it down
sponsorships
and make a
in
list.
general. I mean, right now, Santa Fe Brewing Company, come on now. I am enjoying your beer. I've been enjoying it all fucking day. And you should sponsor us.
Oh man.
So, Kendo,
Yeah.
Nick,
Yeah.
we had 2020 was a weird year. Obviously, this thing happened which slowed everything down, shut everything down. You might have heard of it. But this year, we're feeling some of the effects of that still. And this year changed the way we consume movies. Thanks to HBO Max, Netflix, and other streaming services, we've been able to get day one releases from some of the biggest titles. And we're kind of at the end of it, which is good because, let's be honest, most of the HBO Max's offering has sucked ass. And tonight we're going to be talking about another one of their films, another offering on HBO Max, this one in the superhero genre. Now, this is not the first HBO Max DC film that I've watched. It started off weak with Wonder Woman 84, one of the worst superhero movies I've seen in recent memory. She raped a guy. And then finally...
Well, not just that. I mean, it's supposed to be Wonder Woman 84. It felt like Wonder Woman, like... 94 or something. Like it didn't feel like the fucking 80s. It felt like they were trying to, it felt like an emulation of the 80s. Like it was fucking weird.
It didn't even feel as accurate as Stranger Things.
Yeah, like that's like it was really bad because like Stranger Things was more accurate with their shit than Wonder Woman was. I'm just like, what are you doing here?
Yeah, well, it didn't get any better with the Justice League, the Snyder Cut. It's the same movie, folks. I know it represents something that people like. It's the same movie, and that's as fair as we can be. So we get to Suicide Squad. The Suicide Squad, James Gunn's newest film. They got the guy, they stole the man who made Guardians of the Galaxy relevant, and they put him on the Suicide Squad. And now it's time to talk about how good or bad they did. Now, Nick, you've watched it. Kendo, you've not, and I've watched it as well. So, folks, we're going to be talking about it with some spoilers, all kinds of stuff. So be prepared. If you want to know a number... Oh, you can't wait to listen?
No, I said I'm here to listen. I mean,
oh, good, because you don't get to avoid the spoilers. Sorry, that is your fee.
I just have one question, Jeff.
Yes.
Does John Cena speak in Mandarin during the movie and apologize for calling Taiwan a country?
Well, what do you think?
I think that he doesn't because he only apologizes.
Guess what, motherfucker?
Yeah, he only apologizes in Mandarin when he calls Taiwan a country and he wants to appease his Chinese overlords who keep Uyghur Muslims in concentration camps.
Yeah.
That all happened.
It did.
And
Bush doesn't care about black people.
That's true, but he is not in power anymore. We do not have to pray to Overlord Bush.
Joke's on you, Kendo.
Oh, God.
Oh, he's still the president? Well, damn. Anyway, I would like to tell everybody that officially I am now learning Mandarin so I can apologize to the Chinese. No, I wouldn't do that.
Thank God.
So let's start talking about the Suicide Squad. Let me get an image up for the audience so they don't have to look at, great pictures of us, but sometimes you want something a little more on topic. So let's get a nice picture of the Suicide Squad. And let's start talking about the film. Now, I'll just say this right out the gate. This one is much better than the first one.
Found a
Yes,
very
it
high
is.
bar.
Yes, it is. It really is.
No, it's not a high bar. And I don't think this film is bad at all. I don't think it's great either. I think this is... If you like Shazam, you'll like this movie. But for me...
Fair. That's fair.
But if this movie wanted to be what the marketing and the fans and the people that are making it think it is, it needed a little more Deadpool tone, because this movie wasn't enough. Like, you don't want it to be just like Deadpool.
And was it just me, or was it too long? Like, it could have cut like 30 minutes out of it, and it would have been like a little bit tighter.
Yeah, because it's over 2 hours, and
Yeah.
usually a comedy, you are yeah, I get it. It's an action film, comedy, strong comedic lean, but there's a lot to handle when you're watching a long film like this. Like, at least with the Avengers and films like that, these longer films, part of the epic scale and grandiose nature comes from the visuals. Now, this is a film with a $185 million budget, which is a lot of money, not too far off from some of the bigger Marvel films out there. But with that being said, a film like this is a very fast-paced, it's wittier, it's a snappier type of dialogue. So when your brain is focusing on that for 2 hours plus, it gets a little taxing. So I do feel you in terms of your critique of it being a long film, because it starts out pretty good. It's funny for the most part. It's better than what DC's given us this year. I will say this is the best DC film in quite a while, but that's still not enough to say it's this great movie. I enjoyed what I watched. I enjoyed what they did, but I don't think I would ever go back to Suicide Squad. Now, I know I just laid a lot out there for you. Nick, what did you think of this film?
I liked it. Once again, my bar was set really fucking low because of the first one. One thing I did notice is that James Gunn's musical stuff from Guardians of the Galaxy carried over to this movie. But the difference is that the music for this one was done correctly. Like, it was seamless, but it also gave the scenes that had the music it punched it up a little bit more, because it was done correctly and not in this jarring way like in the first part of Suicide Squad, where everybody got their different music and it was all like across all platforms and it was all really jarring and didn't make any sense. It's kind of like the DJ at the wedding. Didn't know what the fuck she was doing. That's what it was like.
Hell no. I got pictures of her, though. People want to see her.
Hey, talk about that later. Like the music in this one, like you could tell James Gunn had the musical feel from Guardians in this one, because there was recognizable music, but it was done subtly and in a way that you didn't know it was there, and that's what I liked. It was there, but it wasn't jarring. One thing I did like as well is that he did everybody's backstory very quickly. It was either done with dialogue or very small visuals or very small vignettes, and it was done concise and in a way that kept the story going. So you knew people's backstory, where they came from, who they were, how they got their powers, in like 5 or 6 minutes. Obviously, the bigger main characters got a little bit more time, but not very much more. And that's what I loved about it, is like you did the backstory with everybody instead of having to do that bullshit beginning of just like showing everybody's backstory all at once. Like, you just gave them time, and you made it natural flow throughout the movie and things like that. I liked it for that aspect. This was way more fucking violent than the first one for sure. There are blood and guts every goddamn
Oh
where,
God, yeah.
which I loved as well. I was like, this needed that violent punch. It really did, to separate itself from Marvel. It needed to be more violent than a Marvel movie, and I think that's what they achieved, and they got that. This was definitely more fun. It does drag with a 2 hour and 13 minute time. They could have edited out 30 minutes out of it, and it would have been a little bit tighter, a little bit more concise, and probably a little bit faster paced. Overall, I did like it. I'll probably watch it again. I'll probably watch it again sometime. I'm not gonna schedule it in there and be like, I need to watch it again now. Like, I'll probably watch it again whenever I feel like it and want something to watch, because it was interesting. I still wanted to watch it again, maybe to see anything I missed or whatever.
I would definitely watch this movie again.
Yeah, the constant one-upping between Peacemaker and Bloodsport was hilarious.
Yeah, dude, John Cena. If this was John Cena's career start, and he didn't say that stupid shit about Fast and Furious, I think people would be talking about him differently.
He was really funny. He was really funny as hell in this movie. He did a good job as being Peacemaker, or wherever the Peacemaker character was, because I know very little about the character. That was fun. Even Polka Dot Man was hilarious when you learned his thing and his whole shtick. It was wonderful.
Oh, he was great.
Yeah, and it was the whole movie was really fun. It was just long, and it lagged. It lagged a little bit in some areas and things like that. So those are my only complaints. Yeah, I mean, it was definitely better than part one for sure.
Yeah, it's not even a competition, really.
Yeah. This is like a night and day difference. Like this one, they actually tried it, even though I really don't like James Gunn for his lifestyle choices, if you know what I mean. He did do a good job in this movie. He did.
Yeah, I completely forgot about all that James Gunn controversy. I just watched this, and I think James Gunn.
You can tell his fucking girlfriend's in the movie. She's the one behind the computer or whatever, like the cute little blonde girl in the computer room. That's her.
I think James Gunn works best with like Slither or other shit.
Yeah.
I like his. When he works on big properties. I like the Guardians movies enough. Hell, when I was going through all the stuff I brought out from Ohio, it turns out I bought Guardians 2 on Blu-ray. So I must have really liked that shit, at least enough to get it on Black Friday. But
yeah.
I think he's the perfect guy for this. And like, it is better than the other DC films. I like what they're doing. They're going for the deep cuts and the humor that I don't really know. You know what it is?
If they were to keep the tone for this movie going on for the rest of the movies, I'd keep watching them. Like honestly, if they did a part 2 of this Suicide Squad, I would look forward to it a little bit. In all honesty, if they were like, "Oh, James Gunn's going to do part 2 of this Suicide Squad again with the same my
big complaint was
what?
My big complaint was the new cast that they announced for this film got killed off in the first minute. All the people that I was interested in watching, like Pete Davidson or Nathan Fillion or Michael Rooker, like all the dudes that got wiped out in the beginning for a joke. I was really interested in all of those actors to bounce off.
Same here.
Suicide Squad cast.
Yeah, same here. I was interested in them as well, and then all of a sudden we got like honey dicked. See what seemed like, and we get to the other side of this, and I was just like, oh, okay, that's weird. You showed these guys the whole time, and then these guys pop up. I'm like, oh, okay, that's odd. And one thing I didn't like about the movie is that they kept doing this like time jump backwards thing, like 3 and 4 times. I was like, oh, fucking don't do that again. And they did it at least 3 or 4 times. I was like, 1 or 2 is fine, but no more than 2. You get 2 and that's it.
Now, this movie has underperformed. Would you guys like to hear a little more what the industry is saying about this?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, The Suicide Squad, a new R-rated superhero film from Warner Brothers, opened to an estimated $26.5 million at the North American box office. So it says that the number came under industry expectations, which projected the film to make around $30 million. Whoop-de-doo, it's not that big of a difference. The movie took in $72.2 million. So does that mean that the film starring Idris Elba and the devilishly crazy Harley Quinn was a flop? Not exactly. So what they're trying to do is say that the movie underperformed, but it's not a flop. And they said that this summer, there's been increasingly difficult to gauge the success at the box office. And that said, Suicide Squad is a big budget superhero movie, and it has a 92% on Rotten Tomatoes. But several factors, including rising COVID cases for the Delta variant, as well as that's what they're saying.
Excuses are like assholes. Everybody's got one.
Exactly, man. Exactly. Hey, here's the thing. I'm probably going to support this and go watch it in a theater because I think to me it's important because I like this one more than the first one. And the first one I went to go watch in a theater, and that was a fucking mistake. If I had the option to not do that and watch it online for free through a service, I would have done that. This one I will make the effort and go give money to in a theater because I believe it deserves that for sure.
I agree with that statement. I think this movie, folks, is fun. It fixes all the bullshit from the first one. Well, not all of it. The premise of the Suicide Squad is a little flawed inherently. And luckily this one addresses that. Because the whole point of like the way the first Suicide Squad movie ended was fucking stupid. That movie is Ghostbusters. And people go, what does that mean it's Ghostbusters? The Suicide Squad fights that queen, the witch. That is essentially the fight from Ghostbusters, including the Treasure Destroyer and all that shit. It's the same ending. There's no debate about it. But I rewatched the first one with Jessie because she hadn't seen it and she wanted to watch it before the second one. And everything in that movie is shit. But what they do, the whole Amanda Waller bit about her being the rescue person, and then after you save the day, her coming in to bring them down, That's stupid. This one addresses that by like they go away and that's it. That's all she wrote. Like, I'm so tired of the oh, now you got to go back and all this shit. It's like, look, these are a group of supervillains. It's so unbelievable that these people that can take down Superman and Batman and all these things, once they get captured, aren't going to figure out how to get out. Oh, you put a bomb in their brain. That's awesome. Great. They figured out how to get rid of the first one. So
That's true.
It's just like, I like the idea of bad guys coming together to fight, but the premise of forcing them is dated. And now that Rick Flag is dead, as much as I like this movie, I don't want another Suicide Squad. I wouldn't mind more villains.
You didn't watch it all the way to the end, did you?
What, with the post-credit sequence?
Yeah.
I didn't see the second one.
Okay, Rick Flag is not dead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
they brought him. At the end, he was in a hospital. Like he's sitting there in the bed.
It's
like,
good to know that Ric Flair is still active and kicking in the DC universe.
Yeah, like because like I was like, the superhero movie, you got to watch all the way till the end, or else you're gonna miss something all the time. So like, yeah, they had Rick Flag, in a hospital bed there, because I was just like, they're not gonna let this guy die because he's the one, he's the dude. It's not gonna happen. So yeah, they brought him back and he's in a hospital bed at the end. Spoiler alert. So
it's so spoiled, Nick. I'll never, ever, ever, ever forgive you. Like, this is the most horrific thing you've done since I did this to Dion.
I mean, that's just
not even
funny. Here. As soon as I saw that extended video cut of that whole little thing, I'm like, Jeff, we had to torture Dion. The best parts are left out.
I will do more. Don't worry.
Oh man.
I mean, the brunettes turning around is one thing, but you get the horses with weird voices. I mean, that's where you punch Dion in the scrot.
Fine. I'll do that since you just watched Back to the Future 2.
Oh God.
I do love that movie. It's one of the few I brought with me.
Oh, dude, when I first moved, okay, you did the same thing I did when I moved across the country. You picked what you were bringing. I'm now in the phase where it's like, how can I get everything here? So it's like, how do I do it? So I'm just trying to break it up, because eventually you'll get there. You're like, oh shit, I really want this thing that I didn't think I'd want. You'll think about it every day, and then you'll bring it and you'll go, oh, cool.
No, I brought 3 heavy-duty small boxes from an employer that I used to work for. And one box had Xbox, Nintendo, satellite, all that stuff in it. Another box had odds and ends. And then the other box had essential games, movies, and books. And the Back to the Future trilogy on Blu-ray made the essential list of books or movies.
There you go.
The Hitchhiker's Guide was in the essential books category.
Well, always.
I do not recognize the movie that was made 15 years ago that I was dragged out of theaters after watching, but it was, the book is there.
Oh man.
Well, I feel differently, and that's why I'm so glad I brought my giant Batman. I kind of want to go get it and show you guys, but I won't.
Every action figure I've ordered has gone to the pile of loot, and it will eventually have to go to my P.O. box, but that's neither here nor there.
I have finally got most of the shit I pre-ordered switched over. So I do have a couple hot toys in the hopper. We got Batman and Robin from Batman Forever, and then James Bond and Spider-Man. Well, James Bond's not a hot toy. He's from Big Chief, but I digress. So yeah, Suicide Squad, hopefully it does not deter from any deeper cuts from comic book films. I thoroughly enjoyed Starro the Conqueror, the fucking first villain from the first Justice League comic. Like, that was cool. That was different. And I like R-rated superhero films. I don't want more saccharine bullshit. I'm over that shit. I think this Suicide Squad kind of hit that adult thing we needed, that R-rated thing with the violence and everything in it. It hit that spot, like it really did a good job with that. So I'm looking at the list right now of well, hold on. Now it wants to bitch about ad blocker. I'm trying to get all the 2021 films that streamed on HBO Max. So let's look at these. So The Little Things I did watch on HBO Max. I thought The Little Things was better than The Suicide Squad.
Oh, that was one of the Denzel Washington, right?
Yes, and
that was
Jared Leto.
That was so good. Oh my god, that was so good.
Yep.
Oh man.
Now that was a real movie.
Yeah,
now,
oh man, I need to go buy that. That one was so fucking good.
Yeah, now that's what I say, folks. Support your art. If you like it, go buy a copy of it because this shit goes away quickly. Now, Judas and the Black Messiah, I thought kind of so I'll go with The Suicide Squad was better than that. Didn't watch Tom and Jerry. I liked The Suicide Squad more than Godzilla vs. Kong. What about you guys?
Yeah, I could see that. That once again, those movies, they keep on the humans in that story and all that other crap that nobody really cares for. So I mean, that's the problem. So I agree with you on that for sure.
I have not watched the Suicide Squad, so I cannot say, but I do love monsters beating the shit out of each other.
Well, the Suicide Squad was better than Mortal Kombat for sure.
Yes, it was.
That movie fucking sucked. Oh my god, that might be the worst thing.
That's another bar that was not set very high.
That's true. Oh, by the way, Jeff, they have the Suicide Squad set you can get on Big Bad Toy Store for $100, and if you get all of them, you can build King Shark.
I wish I liked this movie enough to spend any money on the merchandise.
That's true. Yeah. That's true. Like, I mean, I thought about it, but I'm just like, $100 is still a lot for that. Like, it's not worth it.
Yeah, no, like I'll spend $100 on toys if it's something I like. That's why I spent a lot more than $100 on certain toys I like.
Yeah, man. Oh, Kendo. While I was away,
toys that I bought 35 years ago.
You hear me, Kendo?
Yeah, I can hear you.
No, I said while I was away, guess what showed up in the mail?
I don't know.
Well, this is pretty cool. This is not that. Can't. There we go. This is cool. This is your life. Remember, This Is Your Life, Rock?
Oh, nice.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I sure it. It was there when I got back. I was very happy.
It's like those Hero Clicks things I sent you.
Yeah. The Rock and Sock connection, bro.
Yeah.
They're not the greatest tag team of all time, but they're my favorite. Actually, no, the Hardy Boys are my favorite. But yeah, the Suicide Squad. I got to compare it to the other two movies I watched from HBO. Oh yeah, it was so much better than the fucking Space Jam: New Legacy. That movie, I still not over how bad that was.
I'm glad I didn't watch that one. I'm so happy I didn't watch it.
Well, the best news is the rest of the films from HBO might be decent. So after we have the Suicide Squad, we got Reminiscence, which is Hugh Jackman's new film. I like Hugh Jackman quite a bit. After that is Malignant, which is James Wan's new film.
Okay.
I saw a poster for it, and I thought, hey, I'm going to go see that in theaters. Just watch it at home since I already paid for this shit.
Yep.
Then there's The Many Saints of Newark, which is the Sopranos film, which I will definitely be watching since I'm a huge fan of that show. We also have Dune. You guys excited for Dune? Interested? I mean,
if it's going on HBO Max, I'll probably watch it. But I'm not. It's not something I would go to the theater and go watch. In all honesty, like I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
I was told as a sci-fi person I would enjoy Dune. However, I have not watched Dune or read the book. I just remember the game Dune 2, where you just ran people over with the harvester.
That sounds like a good time. Was it an Electric Boogaloo?
Sure.
So that game that you liked, Dune 2, has a score of 4.7 out of 5. It is a widely regarded masterpiece. No, I just want to play it.
All right,
no, I don't. Well, I do talk about wanting to get into weird, obscure sci-fi and horror. Nick, I picked up my first H.P. Lovecraft's book the other day.
Oh, nice. I think there's like a compendium you can get or something that has like all of them in there.
Well, I wanted to start light because I have never read any of his work. I've listened to a couple things on audio recordings as I was drawing, but I was like, this is it. So I got his the Macabre collection, which has like Dagon and stuff like that in it.
Okay,
so
cool. Very nice.
I'll be filling you guys in, folks. Maybe over on our membership program, I'll talk about some of the literature we read. It'll be fun. You know?
Yeah. H.P. Lovecraft is interesting. He was a weird dude. He's a weird dude. I mean, because of him, we have the Necronomicon. That's how that came into pop culture, is because of him. So
he died. I don't think he was well regarded in life. Like, I don't think he lived a happy life.
Well, it's funny. It's funny because a couple of years ago, people were like, "Oh, he was a racist." I'm like, a lot of old turn of the century authors were. So, like, I'm sorry to tell you, like, that sucks, but like, some of their stuff is really good and really interesting and compelling. I'm sorry they were horrible people in their real lives, but their stories are kind of good. So, what do you want from me?
Yeah. Nick, we're the type of people that should be offended by these, terrible, wanton racists of the past. Yet we're like, hey, maybe you should just realize the time that these things were made.
Yeah, and also they're fucking dead, so I don't know why you're worried about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I still listen to R. Kelly. He's a horrible fucking human being. I still listen to his music. I'm sorry, but I do.
You've gone too far. Look, I was never going to get back into R. Kelly. I never enjoyed his... Okay, I liked the big hits.
No, same here. I like the big hits too. I don't listen to like all the albums all the time. Like only the big hits. That's really what it is.
You know why I stopped liking R. Kelly though?
Why is that? Because
peeing on somebody is just really weird to me. Like, I understand the other things. I've read into it, folks. No one's going to teach me anything about R. Kelly. We all read it together.
Yeah, we did.
But,
hey, he's going to pee on you.
Yeah. Oh, that's my Robert. God, dude, Chappelle's show was the best ever. When they fucking lampooned him.
It was fantastic. And then the fucking South Park episode about Trapped in the Closet where they made fun of that whole music video.
Oh my god, dude. That thing is so fucking long. My friend tried to make me watch it. I'm just like, I can't do this. I can't fucking do this. This is too goddamn long.
You remember the Weird Al parody, Trapped in the Drive-Thru?
Yes. Which was so much better. So much better.
Most things by Weird Al are better than the originals.
That's kind of true.
I'm going to look at the Weird Al parody list and see if there's where the discrepancy lies. All right. I think I might rather listen to Ridin' Dirty than White and Nerdy.
Yeah.
But other than that, it looks like Weird Al might win. I'd rather listen to Fat than Bad. I'd rather listen to what's the one? The Beverly Hillbillies one. I'd rather listen to that over Money for Nothing. Maybe. I don't know. Money for Nothing's a good song. Kendo, do you like Dire Straits?
He had to go somewhere. I think he disappeared for a second.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what happened.
Of course, he leaves the minute he's valuable to the show. Thanks, Kendo. I'm going to quiz you on Mark Knopfler when your ass gets back. Just be prepared. Shit, I don't even know anything about Mark Knopfler.
I don't even know who that is, man.
The lead singer of Dire Straits, the people that sing Money for Nothing.
Okay, all right.
I want my MTV. I don't. MTV hasn't been good in decades.
No, it has, man. Ever since they took off the cartoons and shit, it's been crap.
Maybe it's just the way we live, but I used to love just turning on one channel and just being excited by the selection of what was going to be on. Not, oh, this show sucks. Blah blah blah. It's only got like whatever left. It was cool because even the weirder MTV shows were kind of entertaining. Nowadays,
because
you're not in it.
Yeah, because I think Aeon Flux was like peak weirdness for them, and I was just like, this is insanely weird, but it's still at least visually interesting enough to watch, kind of thing. Like, it was crazy.
Dude, if you think Aeon Flux was the weirdest shit they ever did, I got some animation to show you. And it was all on MTV. This wasn't anything, like weird porn or anything like that. This is just the shit that they found appropriate for liquid television.
Yeah, I remember that shit, dude. Yeah, that stuff was awesome. Those are the late night cartoons and things they would have on there. It was so much fun, and they'd actually play music and stuff during the day. It was great, and now they just don't do anything at all.
Teen Mom reruns.
Jeez, I think isn't Sci-Fi a part of Viacom as well? Like, let me check.
Who owns all their channels? I hope not. Let's see. I'm looking up what shows are in Viacom. Hey, Kendo, while I look this up, I was asking you a question. Do you like Dire Straits, the band?
Yeah, sorry. This was not a connection issue this time. This was a fat cat named Ozzy issue where he stepped on my computer and put me in airplane mode. And
Okay, because I was just like, you had good internet, also disappeared. I was like, what happened, Ken?
oh yeah, no, internet connection was fine. I just had a fat cat named Ozzy who decided to step on my computer and put me in airplane mode. So ow, fuck! Now he just clawed me in the back. He's doing it again. Dire Straits, the band, they're all right. They got some good tunes. I think I've compared our friend Brian Lape to Dire Straits a few times. Dire Straits is fine. Something here for nothing and the chicks for free. Salt in the Swing and shit like that.
It looks like Sci-Fi is owned by NBC Universal Television and streaming. So,
yay! That means on our Peacock thing, Kendo likes to suck on.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, yeah, Sci-Fi used to be good. I don't know, early 2000s, and then like did they change management and then just went to shit. So yeah,
I know I'm in the minority here, but man, I loved when you would turn on Sci-Fi Channel and you get weird kitschy shit. Those old channel trailer promos, man, they would show you clips from really fucked up stupid sci-fi movies.
Oh yeah,
get so excited.
Yeah, well, and even then, even their Saturday movies, even though they were fucking weird, they were entertaining at least. You know, like some of them were just ridiculous. They would come out on DVD like 6 months later, but some of them were just insane. You were just like, I gotta watch this. And that, like, I love how Sharknado was like the last one that did of that because it brought them so much bullshit. They made like 18 of those goddamn movies, and they never did it again. And even then, like they had like 2 or 3 shows that were quite good that they could have gone on for 10 seasons for, but they just cut them off too. And it was really dumb. It's really, really dumb.
Dude, I saw The Thing for the first time on Sci-Fi.
Oh, nice.
And it still scared me. Like, it was awesome. They used to show all kinds of great shit, and then they would show old Star Trek reruns.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I remember that. Like during the day, they would just show old Star Trek reruns all the time. It was good stuff.
Yeah, I don't mind when your channel's called Sci-Fi and you play Star Trek all day, because, like, what else? Why not? It's the #1 science fiction television show in history. Why wouldn't you play it?
Yeah, exactly. And then now you go on to dump like 2 of their shows. I think was like Eureka Warehouse 13. They killed off the same time, and they did like a last season of like 4 episodes to just satisfy the fans and move it the fuck on. Because those shows would go on for like 12 to 15 episodes a season, but they were so robust and everything that they were so out there that they could have gone on for 10 seasons easily, but they didn't. And I was like, why would you? Because like the fan base was already built in. Why would you not keep going and get more people excited about this and own this IP because you can do so much with it? It was such a dumb idea that they just like, oh, we're just gonna kill it off. It's like, why? The fuck?
Hey, Kendo, do you remember when Sci-Fi was the proper home to air ECW?
I mean, we're going back a while. I mean, we're talking about Sci-Fi being the home of WWE just to spite the USA Network. But I mean, I remember when Sci-Fi original movies were actually semi-decent, not just,
man.
Yeah. We're going to fire a bunch of shit at the wall, put Jaleel White in it, and call it a movie.
Yeah, because their Saturday movies or their Friday Saturday movies are actually like worth watching or worth DVRing.
Yeah,
at least, and watching
like
later.
Their Saturday night Sci-Fi original was like something really cool. It was like, it was like Chupacabra Attacks, and it had fucking Gimli in it from Lord of the Rings.
Yep.
They actually had like a big name actor in their movies. It was a Sci-Fi original, and then it was, what if we put a piranha in a movie with an anaconda? And we got fucking Urkel to be the lead star. I know. We'll have a Bigfoot terrorize people, and we'll have Danny Bonaducci and fucking Greg Brady stop him.
It makes sense when you say it like that.
Or we'll have these tarantulas that get set on fire from a volcano, and they'll be lava lantulas, and we'll have the cast of Police Academy stop them, starring Steve Guttenberg. Which, by the way, Lava Lantula and Two Lava Two Lantula were entertaining movies.
I mean, everything you said so far sounds awesome right now.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to say that those look, okay, I will give you that. Some of the Sci-Fi original movies are stupid as hell, but there was a time period between like 2012 and 2015 where they were hitting on the right notes. They were like, look, we're going to create a movie where like a volcano causes tarantulas to catch on fire, and the cast of Police Academy has to stop them. We've got Steve Guttenberg, and we got the dude that makes the funny sounds and voices on board. Let's make this shit happen. And it was great.
Michael Winslow?
Yeah, Michael Winslow. And they also had like fucking Edward Norton in one of their, or not Edward Norton, the other one, Edward Furlong. Yeah, the drug addict.
That's not a get, and that is a huge fall. It's like we had Edward Norton. No, wait. Fuck, sorry. Edward Furlong.
Edward Furlong.
Dude, can you imagine that board meeting? Look. We got a movie. Where these giant spiders take over the world. And we have Edward, and everyone pauses, Furlong. And they're like, oh, fuck, I thought he was going to say
you can just hear the air escape the room.
Yeah, it's like, oh, shit, I thought he had Edward. Fuck it, sign the check.
Edward Furlong is doing convention. I think he's doing a convention. I think he might be doing the Atlanta Days of the Dead convention. I'm not sure. I saw him scheduled for something recently, and I was just like, what?
I don't know off the top of my head which one it was that Edward Furlong was in. Maybe the audience can tell us. But yeah, no, he was in one of those sci-fi original movies like 10 years ago, and that was like a big deal. Like they advertised, like, we've got Edward Furlong starring in. It might have been Lavalantula. I don't know. I know he dies. Look, he looks fat, bloated, like he should have died of drugs. No, in this movie, he dies of like a myth, like a sci-fi creature killing him. And
you want to make some money real quick, guys?
Yes.
I got an idea.
Okay.
We bring back, the channel's big. We bring back celebrity boxing. Edward Furlong versus Corey Feldman. $1 million idea.
Dude. It's like child actors beating the shit out of each other. One has been like self-tormented from all the drugs and everything he's abused. The other one's been self-tormented from the drugs he's abused because of the physical abuse he's had at the hands of like, movie people. Okay, I'm in.
I can never get over the fact that Edward Furlong was in the fucking Crow.
Yeah, it was like
not the original one.
Yeah, no, he was in the Crow too. It was like,
can
you imagine being his agent? Like, look, Edward,
no, I can't.
Edward, hey, we got you a role in a movie. Oh, really? What is it? The Crow. Really? Part 2.
Dude, it's not the Kenda. This is like the 5th Crow movie.
So, Edward, we got you a role in a movie. You know the Crow movies? Yeah, the first one was really great. Everything else has since then been shitty. Yeah, well, we got you a role in The Crow Part 5. Oh,
the only
think of all the blow you could buy. All right, I'm in.
So I think this must have been an attempt to reboot The Crow. Now, hear me out. First off, it's the 4th and final installment in the Crow film series. And the reason I think they were actually trying, this one has a pretty stacked cast for The Crow. So you got Edward Furlong, who's whatever, but you have David Boreanaz, Tara Reid, Tito Ortiz, Dennis Hopper, Emmanuel Chikri, and Danny Trejo.
Wow. Okay, so they're really trying.
Yeah, I mean, Emmanuel Chikri, you've got me there.
Oh yeah, I'd love to get her there.
She is a very, very wonderful looking woman.
Mm-hmm. That was a moment of silence for her. Thank you very much.
Yeah, take her, leave the rest.
I'll just take her because I don't know who. Well, it's Tara Reid, so I'm taking her, no problem.
Emmanuel Chikri, God, dude, she's man.
Do you remember when Tara Reid was on the red carpet and her tit popped out? And that guy has to come up and like cover her dress. Like she's standing there and her tit pops out, and everyone's like looking at her. And some guy runs.
I love one thing. I love that video clip because like the cameras are going off at a normal rate, and all of a sudden her fucking tit pops out, and like it's like a fucking like strobe light on her. And she's like, "Why's everyone looking at me?" And the guy's like, "Put your titty back up, woman."
I can't ever show this, and I never will, but it makes me laugh every time. Because she's just so happy. You know what it reminds me of? You ever seen the second Jackass movie?
A little bit of it, yeah.
Do you remember the part where Spike Jonze plays the old lady and he's got all the makeup on?
Yes.
And the gag is the door rips the old lady's shirt off. She's like, "Oh my God, help!" That's what this reminds me of. Like the obliviousness of Tara Reid with her tit out reminds me of the old lady from Jackass.
God, yeah, she's had a difficult career. I feel for her, but
Well, you say difficult career. I say botched plastic surgery. I mean, she was great in the American Pie movies. She was.
was.
She wasn't
Yeah.
believable as fucking dickhead, fucking rookie Cubs pitcher, first, kid's girlfriend. Nobody's gonna believe that. They would have believed her as Ostriker's girlfriend, but not Kevin or whatever his name was. We'll call him Kevin.
you mean Kevin? Okay, yeah, the rookie of the year.
Yeah, no one's gonna believe Rookie of the Year fucking landed Tara Reid prime 99. However, they would believe that Rookie of the Year landed Tara Reid now. So that's where you missed the window.
So then the other girl, the choir girl, should have been Kevin's girlfriend. Then that's what you're saying.
Correct. Well, yes. And the thing is,
If you really hold on. It's funny you say that now because thinking about it, it makes perfect goddamn sense. It really does.
If you really deconstruct it too, who would you have expected? Some kid who had surgery on his arm that can now throw a fucking 100-mile-per-hour heater be coached by Gary Busey?
Remember,
Tell
he
me
also
I'm wrong.
no. Remember, he also went back in time and helped King Arthur. Okay, I remember that too.
That was a different movie, but that's probably, here's the thing. As a kid, my parents were like, here's a movie about baseball. And I'm like, oh, this is awesome. And I looked at the cover and the kid was wearing a Cubs jersey. And I'm like, fuck this movie. And I hated it. Hate the Cubs. Fuck the Cubs.
I feel like that's the theme, and I'm going to make sure I take Edward Furlong's face off the screen. Sorry about that, folks.
Thank you. That was a bit unsettling. I'm used to him looking fat, bloated, and about to die.
I mean, fine. Let me fix that for you. Edward Furlong fat. Have you ever seen the picture of him hanging out with Ron Jeremy?
No, but I mean that's two fat, bloated people that are about to die. One behind bars for obvious reasons. The other
on Reddit. There's a picture titled T4: The Rise of Cholesterol.
They ate a lot of Jollibee.
Hey, Kendo. Rookie of the Year came out in '93. A Kid in King Arthur's Court came out in '95, and they're both the kid wearing a baseball uniform. So like,
oh dude, hey look, one of those two is drinking Laguitis.
Well, oh god,
yeah, there's a Laguitis on the screen. I know that. I know that label.
I know Ron Jeremy, I think, is in jail now or in custody for something.
He is in custody. He is on trial for crimes we will not talk about on this channel.
Oh, okay, yeah, gotcha.
But yes, no. When Rookie of the Year came out, Kendo was 10. He loved baseball. He was a baseball player. He was very good at it. And then this movie came out, and it featured Dickhead that was going to be an American Pie, in a Cubs uniform. I suddenly wasn't interested.
It follows the timeline of him getting the arm that could go, that could throw a ball 100 miles an hour, and then he goes back in time and comes back to our time, and then he goes to high school and then gets Tara Reid. So I mean,
you could scream about Little Big League too, but I didn't believe that Jason Robards would leave some bastard kid, the Minnesota Twins. They weren't good, but Poindexter was on the team as the first baseman. I could believe that.
Yeah,
I'm just sitting here reading about the Thomas Ian Nicholas filmography, and he started in 1992, and he still acts. He's in something as recent as 2021.
No, yeah.
Yeah. He's
the American Pie guy. Yeah, one of the American Pie guys, not named Jason Biggs, or the other one, Chris Klein, or the other one, Shitbrick, are still in movies.
Finch?
Yeah, Finch. Finch isn't in movies, I don't think. Chris Klein, he went out with 2002. And they make fun of that American Reunion.
No, he showed up in Street Fighter: Legend of Chun-Li.
Oh, it's true. He did.
Who does he play?
I'll tell you right now.
Well, also Shannon Elizabeth hasn't done anything. Mina Savari, I think, has just quit altogether. John William Scott had a chance with the Lethal Weapon TV show, but then Damian Wayans wanted to quit, and he just had that one season. So,
well, Kendo, to answer your question, Chris Klein stars in Street Fighter: The Legend of Chun-Li. He plays Charlie.
Hang on. Street Fighter. I'm trying to remember the character Charlie. Charlie Nash. Adventures of Pluto Nash. Kevin Nash. Scott Nash.
Now,
Nash Bridges. Nashville, Tennessee. No, it's not ringing a bell. I don't remember him in
Somebody
Street
post-
Fighter.
Dude, somebody posted that Charlie Nash is quite possibly the worst character in film history. It's like the director said, just do the biggest douchebag impression possible for the entire movie. And Clyde said, by the time I'm done, no one will ever try to top this. And he was right.
Oh God. Well, even Jason Biggs, I know he tried doing a show recently that I think just faded into nothingness that nobody really cared about.
I mean, he fucked a pie. I'm surprised he's been this relevant.
Oh yeah, it was called like Outmatched or something. It was something that just nobody gave a shit about. And,
Hey, check this out.
Gangland homicide. I love this guy.
So first off, he looked like Jason Lee on crack.
He does.
Nothing about that guy look tough or hard or look. If I'm doing something illegal, that fucking guy comes to arrest me. I'm like, okay, I'm sure you're really a cop.
Like, what is your acting direction? Like, be high?
Well, also,
Like,
do you
be
blame
John
the director,
Wick
or do you,
without a
or do you
gun, but
blame
on,
him?
blazing on fucking weed and shrooms.
Oh God. Well, I mean, like, who do you blame for that? The director or Chris Klein himself?
The director,
Okay.
Chris Klein himself for existing.
a little column A, a little column
New
B.
Year's come early.
Oh my God.
Last supper, and he serves them their own heads.
At what point
You
did
just
the director
inherited a
say,
big
"Hey,
problem.
Wow,
hey,
did they
that's
just- did
some
they
bad
voice over
acting"?
him?
Okay,
Shit.
okay. So the director clearly told him, "Hey, you know that haircut you had between American Pie 2 and American Wedding? Do that. I want the pompadour look, but not go full Al Sharpton. And 2, I want you to act the way you did in the second American Pie movie. That's what'll grab the attention."
Oh God. Well, also, in watching those movies and thinking about it recently, I think American Pie 2 is slightly better than American Pie 1 because there were a lot more shenanigans to be had in part 2.
I haven't seen part 2 all the way through.
Wow. I don't know what to say.
Well, folks, I guess this is the last show that I'll be on. I'm so embarrassed. I'm quitting my own show. From all of us here for watching, thank you. I'm stroking out on air. We'll say it in reverse order.
Be excellent to each other.
There you go. That was the show, folks. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know. Sometimes I'm just like, I'm on the ride with you guys. I don't know what's going to happen next. But I can make sure I don't look at any more pictures of material.
Since you have the cock, it's on there to stream.
Oh, we can stream up the cock all night
Yeah,
long.
part 2's on the cock, so enjoy that.
I might give it a shot.
All right. Oh, man.
Kendo, are you still with us? I guess not. Well, when Kendo gets back, we'll be jumping into another segment. So in the meantime, folks,
Shit, yeah, we got to get paid. And on that note, we cue the music.
so do you think at 90 minutes in, they figured out, well, this is not live?
Probably not.
I wonder how many people that listen to the show listen for segments and then are going to come back later and go like, wait, I missed it? Yeah, it's Sunday, folks. It's Sunday.
Yeah, if you're one of our patrons, you listened to the Hangover first, and now you're listening to this. So, same day.
Yeah, that's the benefit, folks, of helping support WCBS. We're always going to give you early access to the fun stuff, and as soon as we get back from Horror Hound, we're going to start with more drunk commentaries. So be on the lookout for that. And Nick, we're getting into horror season. I know you got 1,000,001 things planned, but we also have some horror commentaries to do. So it's almost that season. You getting excited?
Yeah, man. I have a lot of things planned. I'm trying to plan out at least every weekend in October and a little bit into September to where I'm doing something horror related or anything like that. So I'm trying to get everything mapped out. So I can do.
I got the ultimate horror excursion for you.
Okay, shoot.
Just go kill a person. Put on a mask, chop up some chick, and then don't give a fuck.
Jesus
That's
Christ, man. I like horror movies, but goddamn, Jeff.
You know, everything's about the immersive experience. Well, I like Michael Myers. All right, I'm gonna go kill my sister. Oh wait, I don't have a sister, so I guess I'm not gonna get that immersive.
Well, neither did he in part 1, so I don't know what to tell you. That wasn't invented until part 2.
Oh, I just meant his first sister.
Okay.
Judith.
I think she's gonna be at a convention. She might be at Horror Town that we're gonna be at.
Oh, Sandy Johnson.
Yeah.
She was in Playboy.
Yes,
Sandy Johnson sounds like a bad name to have. Oh, dude, I got Sandy Johnson.
Well, she didn't have a Johnson, but it was quite Sandy.
Yeah, Sandy Johnson's gonna be there at Horror Town, buddy.
That's gonna be weird.
But hey, Sandy
looks-
Johnson,
she looks-
did you get some water?
She looks like a school teacher, like in her picture on Horror Hound now. Like she looks like she's a school teacher.
It's
like,
weird. It's like, I've
that
seen
is
your
weird.
muff, lady. I don't want your autograph.
Oh God. Well,
I'm
there's-
looking forward to folks, if you're gonna come meet us, bring us something weird to sign.
but
Bring
like,
us a Sandy Johnson.
oh God.
You bring us a Sandy Johnson. Shit, bring us the actual Sandy Johnson. We'll sign her too.
Oh
Yeah.
God. There is an 80s dance party and karaoke on Saturday.
We're going, and we're gonna get kicked out again.
I'm good with that, man. I'm good with that.
I'm excited. I know, folks, we talk about it a lot, but yeah, Horror Hound is our meetup place. And it's cool because you can actually come hang out with us. It's not like we're going to promote, come to this big meetup and then talk to us for 10 seconds and fuck off. No, the way Horror Hound works is you just buy a ticket to get into the event. You can do anything you want, but we have our table pretty much open to people. We don't really, if you're, just come drink with us. That's all we're going to do. Ask any of our adult listeners. They usually come share a couple beers with us, not just a beer.
Hopefully Tim comes by and brings like 8 bottles like he did last time.
Yeah, well, I haven't heard from that dude in a minute. I'm going to assume he's dead.
Yeah. I hope he's okay. But if if he dies, he dies. So yeah.
I would actually be really upset if he died.
I would too.
Folks, if you don't contact us within a 1 week period, we're gonna assume you're dead.
You know, that is bad logic though, because guess who sent me a message the other day?
Oh God,
Not your father's clitoris challenge.
I forgot he was even a fucking person. God damn, that really just killed that. You just stole the wind from my wings. I was gonna say Oggs for president, but hey, whatever.
I was gonna say
really, Oggs?
no, because Oggs is like shit of mine on Instagram and YouTube or Facebook. So
yes,
he is still alive. Dude, not your father's clitoris challenge. I mean, that predates me being on the show, and that's
it does.
been
So
4 years.
So what did Ogg say? Did he say anything poignant or important?
I was just reaching out, asking me some questions. It was cool. It was like, no beat was missed.
Okay,
Jeff,
cool. That's awesome.
This is Oggs. I'm still 5'2", but I draw Spider-Man, and I fingered a chick. What do you think?
All great life decisions that I made well after I was 5'2".
You mean
So when you were 8?
Yeah. When you turned 4?
I was 5 feet tall in kindergarten and 90 pounds. So I was the size of a small woman in kindergarten.
Jeff is literally that kid. If you ever watched the Epic Rugby Kid video on YouTube, where it's like this fucking Maori kid just stiff arming the shit out of people when they're like in like 10 years old, that's Jeff.
Yeah.
I'll find that video and send it over, but that's Jeff.
I have seen that video. Yeah, that was me as a child, except I was interested in drawing and shit. If I had, I don't know, positive male role models, I probably would have made it to the NFL. Fuck. The guy I went to high school with is in there, Kyle Rudolph.
I'm
So I was in the right program.
Well, because I'm kind of glad I didn't go to the NFL because that would also be said you would have probably got brain damage as well. So,
I had a realization today when I was laying in bed getting ready to shower. I was like, oh, I got all this work to do. And then I thought, Jeff, you sell comics and you do it yourself. And I went, wait, I literally live the dream I always wanted. So I don't give a shit that I didn't make it in the NFL.
I'm gonna go ahead and post this in our chat. I'm sure we could play the video for the people without it getting copyright struck. So there you go. Kid rugby player is a beast on the field. Jeff, that was you as an 8-year-old.
Oh my god!
I know this
see Ric
video.
Flair. Yeah, because I think I sent it to you before. I was like, because when you're talking about, I was like 6 feet tall and I was 12 years old. Like, oh, this is Jeff.
Yeah.
Look at this kid.
Yeah, this.
Damn.
Dude,
Okay,
you
I
can
guess
play
I
this.
didn't tell you I have a son out
Jesus.
there. This is why I have to be careful with who I procreate with, because I'll create little versions of me and they'll be violent. I was nice because I had my mom to raise me.
You
But
will be
this
the version of
this kid
Superman.
is plowing through these
Yeah,
kids,
dude,
man.
Jeff, roll the video. Who's going to hit us with a copyright strike? Nobody.
YouTube has a weird policy that children appear in your footage, then they'll strike you.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's a
we're
thing
not
you have
those
to click on.
people.
You
have to click on that every time you upload a video.
That's true.
Okay,
That's true.
so
Yeah,
folks,
that's a thing.
if you want to see what we're talking about, just go to YouTube, put in Epic Rugby Kid, and watch the first video. It's this kid that is a foot taller than everybody else his age, and he is just steamrolling people.
He's also about 20 pounds heavier than everybody else. Because their kids were leading against him. He's like, just like, it's like
I have to assume that this kid is New Zealander, and he probably won the World Cup of rugby for the All Blacks not too long ago. He was running people over as a child. I have to assume this carried on to his adulthood, and he was just steamrolling people. It's a great video. Just look up Epic Rugby Kid.
5 years ago, so he's still probably a child legally.
So he's what we probably will call Australia or New Zealand. Chris Wicks, if you're listening, and I know you are, go ahead and tell us: is he Australian or is he Maori? Is he New Zealand? Either way, tell us what country he belongs to and whether or not he's going to win the World Cup for the Aussies or the All Blacks. That's all I need to know. Or should I bet on the Springboks? Tell me, who do I put my money on? He could be a South African. I don't know, but I want to bet on that rugby team to win the World Cup.
Hey, Kendo.
Yeah.
Did you get the Facebook invitation I sent about a group titled "Test is Still Dead"?
I did not. If I did in the last few days, I didn't notice it, but I do know that there is a Twitter account is test something or another, and it tells you every day if Test is still dead, and yes, he is still dead.
It's sad, but it's important to know. Now, that, folks, is what we call a transition, because now it's time to talk about a few of our wrestling topics. So, Kendo, I had tasked you with a few wrestling-related topics to find. Surprise me, man. What you got?
The biggest one is that beautiful Bobby Eaton is dead.
So you text me about that. What happened?
So, beautiful Bobby Eaton, he was a member of the original Midnight Express. And as you know, I am a big fan of Jim Cornette. I hate him as a child, which meant he was doing his job. But yeah, no, Corny, I listen to both of his podcasts. I don't subscribe to everything that Cornette believes and says. But so Bobby Eaton, him and Condrey were the original Midnight Express. His wife, Donna, had breast cancer. She died like about a month and a half ago. And then the news came out the other day that he had died. And, he passed away peacefully in his sleep, age 62, I believe. And anybody that knows me knows that my Saturday routine is do what I got to do during the day. And then at some time in the evening, the Cornette Experience will come out. And then I will listen to it, doing whatever I got to do late in the evening. And then I will go to bed listening to it, and I'll catch up in the morning where I left off. I was not at all looking forward to this one because I was going to hear one of my heroes at his most human. It came out last night. I started listening to it. I got 5 minutes in. I was like, no, I can't do this. Because it'd be like if one of us had to do a podcast about one of us dying. He was that emotional. But
Dion was a good man.
Dion was a good man. But he is dead. He's dead.
And do we miss him?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Whenever I see a horse on the side of the street, I think of Dion. So
you judge, you joke, but over the last few days, I've seen several horses on the side of the road, and I'm like, Dion would hate this right now if he was riding with me in this car.
Kendo, I have been around horse farms driving across the country this last week. So yeah, Dion would have hated that trip too.
He would have very hated. But Dion is still alive as far as we know.
No, he's not. He died many, many years ago. Dion, you were like a brother.
I don't have friends. I got
Yeah, the
so
person,
are we changing the title of this
person-
episode to R.I.P. Dion Green?
Well, no. What
Dude,
it is that
no,
what it is that
no.
every time you hear Dion, it's just Jeff doing an impression. Is all it is. So.
Oh God, dude, there's layers upon layers of that shit. No, I was gonna say, go back to where you had the R.I.P. like Dan Kane part of the show, where you have R.I.P. Dion Green, because people like me that were still fans at the time believe that Dan had actually died.
Yeah, but I wouldn't do that because people care about Dion. And they would be like, "Oh my God, Dion's like superfan Adam Shawhan would be fucking calling me, dude. I'm so sorry." It's like
I know I'll be getting messages too, be like, "Dude, Dion really died." Be like, "What? No, wait. Oh yeah, no, he's dead."
Ah, shit, we forgot to edit that part out of the show. Damn it.
Yeah, no, there was, yes, there was folks. If you're listening and you're a newer fan, there was a period of time where you had people convinced that Jeff did both his and Dion's voices as well.
Dude, that was so fucking hilarious. Where it's like, yeah, Dion's not real. He just, Jeff just, records the voices.
Dude, after I got on the show for like the first time, it was on for a few weeks. I had that whole like, I got on Skype and I told people like, ask us anything shit. And people asked like, is Jeff and Dion really the same person? I'm like, yep. And they believed it. There was people that believed it. They believed that Jeff and Dion, because I'm like, yeah, it's really complicated when we have to record things because we have to have like pauses so Jeff could do the Dion voice and respond. And there was a handful of people that actually believed it, and it was weird. I'm like, how no, come on, seriously, how can you believe this? How can you know what? Never mind. It's the population we live with in the time period, which at the time was 2017.
Let's just say it. We all look and sound the same.
Yes,
Yeah.
we're essentially an amalgamation of what you think we look like and we sound like. But
If there was a film about us, Idris Elba should play us.
every one of us, all four of us. Idris Elba is all four of us.
Idris Elba and Nick Cage. There you go.
It's too contrasty.
Well, it could work. It's crazy enough to work.
Hey, you know how we had spoken earlier about the South Park deal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a new video game.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah. And it's going to be developed in-house.
Okay. Well, hopefully that works out well.
Well, Kendo, you played the last two South Park games and you swear by them, right?
Yeah, the Stick of Truth was a lot of fun. Folks, if you never played the Stick of Truth, a little bit of a spoiler, pick Jew class. That is the most powerful class in winning that game because the bad guys are Nazis and the Jew has extra powers against the Nazis. So you'll do very well if you roll Jew. And in terms of the fractured butthole, any class works in that game. If you really want to have fun, make your character black, and then it'll give you the hardest difficulty, and you can get the achievement, the token experience. Yeah, no. In that game, literally the difficulty for the game, it's not like easy, medium, or hard. You have to pick what skin tone you are, and the skin tones go from lightest to darkest for the difficulty of the game. That's why South Park is so damn funny, because they get it.
Speaking of video games, I just learned that in the game Fortnite, they host a virtual concert where Ariana Grande, like that's a deal that people go into a virtual world to watch a fake concert now.
That is an explosive event.
It's retarded is what it is. Like, go watch a real concert. I'm all about, making video games more realistic, but don't let them replace real life experiences because that is when the digital world takes over and you get all the fucking weirdos like Wally. This is weird to me, man.
Jeff, you say that, but I have to digress because my cousin went to a concert at my beloved Arrowhead Stadium, the hallowed ground that has saw many of heartbreaking events, but some good ones, to watch a Garth fucking Brooks concert last night. He posted a picture on Facebook showing that he checked in at Arrowhead Stadium. Like, fuck yeah, dude, you're at Arrowhead. I remember when I took you to Arrowhead when you were just a little pup, and we fucking watched the Chiefs beat the shit out of them degenerate fucking Raiders. It was a great day. Great fucking day. You're at Arrowhead again. I applaud you, sir. I applaud you 100%. And then he checked in a little hour later with a picture of Garth Brooks saying, I'm in a Garth Brooks concert at Arrowhead Stadium. I'm like, I disown you.
As you should.
He is no longer my relative. I do not
Wow,
represent
that
him.
was-
He does not represent me. Fuck him. He went to Arrowhead, hallowed ground, to watch Garth Brooks, who ruined country music. I'll die on that hill.
You're dying on a lot of hills today.
Yes, I will die on the Voltron. It's better than the Power Rangers hill. And I will die on the Garth Brooks turned country music into a pop hill every day of the week. Unintentionally, he did not intend to go mainstream, but when he did, he took the paychecks. He ruined country music. And I'm not a country fan. Old country's different. It tells a story. It makes me think sort of about the area I live in now, with the exception of the Ocarina of Time. I sent you guys the video. And Garth Brooks ruined country music. Fuck him.
I mean, that's a strong stance, but I don't disagree with you.
He cashed the checks. He was okay with making it mainstream. And then we got Faith Hill and Taylor Swift. Fuck them.
I don't like any of those people or their
And Carrie Underwood.
Listen, she's a bit of a dime, so we'll let that one slide. And she married a hockey player, so we'll still let that one slide.
Jeez.
Will we?
I mean, I personally will, because one, she looks great. Secondly, the best part of Sunday Night Football, minus the game, because usually they got a bunch of shitbag teams playing, is the Carrie Underwood performance of Sunday Night Football. And she looks great. And she married a hockey player.
Fair enough. You don't need deeper reasoning to be on this show.
It sounds like Kendo wanted to marry that hockey player.
Look, if I could marry a hockey player, I would. My buddy Cooch and I went to the Frozen Four like 4 years ago, and there was all these college chicks playing hockey, and we were sitting in the stands, and a bunch of them that had just lost were still sitting there watching the game. And I'm like, is this a bad time to hit on any of these women? He's like, yeah, they just lost the college semifinals. I'm like, yeah, it's probably a bad time to hit on any of them. I would have married a college hockey chick. Fuck yeah, dude. Hockey's great. I fucking love hockey. It's a bunch of dudes on the ice beating the shit out of each other with sticks. I mean, it's fucking manly as hell. And then when the chicks play it, they're not allowed to hit each other, which is slightly disappointing. But if a chick walked up to me and was like, I'm a hockey player, I'm like, dude, I'm leaving my girlfriend for you.
I'm gonna get. You know what? We're gonna make that happen. We're just gonna find a female hockey player and come to you and say, "Hey, I'm a female
I really, dude, look. I mean, on the one hand, that's great, but on the other hand, I really like my girlfriend. You've met her; she's great.
Yeah,
she is. She's adorable. She's sweet.
She's fantastic.
You better not mess it up for a hockey player, Kendo.
Hey, you gotta learn how to ice skate. Yeah, how about if I just have her play hockey with me on Xbox? Does that count? I think that counts.
Yeah, that we'll let it go. We'll let it go. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I got Jesse into wrestling with me, so
okay. Well, I've had Daisy watch hockey before, because the first time I came and hung out with her, it was during the NHL playoffs. The Blues were about to get their shit pushed in by the Colorado Avalanche, which they did in 4 games fashion, which everyone's like 2021 a return to normal, and I'm like, we'll see. The Blues got swept in the first round of the playoffs. I'm like, yep, that's pretty fucking normal. All right, I'm back. We're good here. That's normal. And no, it was during the playoffs. I'm like, honey, we gotta watch some hockey playoffs. And she watched it with me. She was fine with it. And then I told her, I was like, let's watch some highlight videos. I showed her the top goals of the season. She loved it. Showed her the top saves of the season. She loved it. Then I showed her the top fights of the season. That's where things went a little off the rails. 2 players, sticks down, gloves down, just wailing on each other. And her response was, oh, that's horrible. They should turn away from that because there's children watching. I'm like, no, we literally had an hour and a half ride in the car where I had to explain to her why fighting in hockey happens and why it's okay. I was like, no, look, they fight for a reason. And I had to list out the 3 reasons why hockey fights happen and why it's okay that 2 guys can wail on each other in the middle of the ice on skates and only get a 5-minute penalty. I had to explain it to her. She didn't agree with the reasons, but she understood, I think.
Now, Kendo, I know you brought up that she doesn't like the fighting, but I want to use this as a time to talk about a man who built his legacy on fighting. And I wanted to use this to talk about the dumbest headline I think I've ever read. Would you guys like to hear just the headline and the teaser, and then let's read the article in our own minds?
I mean, you've got me at fighting. I mean, if it involves hockey and fights, I'm in.
Well, it doesn't involve hockey, but it involves fighting. Why Bruce Lee never finished his Silent Flute movie. One of the biggest passion projects in Bruce Lee's career was The Silent Flute, a movie greenlit by Warner Brothers. Here's why he never finished it. Boys, would you like to guess why Bruce Lee never finished his fucking movie?
Because there wasn't black people in it?
Yes. Or the fact that he fucking died. Why is this an article? Why is Screen Rant so fucking stupid? Oh, why didn't this thing happen? Because the actor died. Don't fucking write an article. There's no reason. Nicholas Raymond, he's fucking dead. That is why Bruce Lee never finished his movie. I know this is a random thing to bitch about, but I wanted to take a moment on this show to talk about stupid things. And I get it, folks. You're always trying to get people to click on your articles. Maybe if people had a fucking cursory knowledge of history, we all know why Bruce Lee never finished anything.
Hey, can somebody out there make a Screen Rant like mirror article Twitter account where we can just like go through?
Oh, dude, yes, that'd be perfect. Because there's one that's called. Yeah, no, there is one of those. It's called like BBC News, but gayer. That's the one that had the LeBron James complaining that racist audience were the reason why Space Jam 2 sucked. Yeah. So create that at Screen Rant, but gayer. There you go.
Yeah, we need something like that.
I just gave you exactly what you needed.
Yeah, we need something like that so we don't give them any clicks and more bullshit like that, so they so people can follow that other account and not have to give them any fucking attention.
Dude, we're getting to the point where like parody articles from The Onion have more artistic credibility than this fucking shit.
Well, no, the sad thing is we've gotten to the point where parody articles from The Onion are either coming true or just seem more realistic, or seem like what's actually happening. Like it's fucking retarded.
Speaking of retarded, there was a show, Kendo. Yeah. I wanted to know if you've ever watched it. Now you have a great knowledge of pop culture. You also reference this man quite a bit. You remember America's favorite television dad in the 1980s, Tony Danza?
I was thinking the dude from Alf, but okay.
All right. Well, I just wanted to know if you remembered the Tony Danza show from 1997.
I remember there was a thing called the Tony Danza Show, but I didn't watch it.
There were two things titled the Tony Danza Show. There was the 2004 talk show, which you're probably thinking about. But the Tony Danza Show from 1997, I don't know if you've ever heard about it, because Tony Danza won a Favorite Male Performer award from the People's Choice. But this show, I don't know why I'm bringing this up to you, but I guess I am. It aired with 5 episodes being aired, and then it was canceled, leaving 9 episodes unaired. So, Kendo, I think what we're going to start doing with our channel poll is we're going to go on the hunt for the unaired episodes of the Tony Danza Show. Are you ready for the next direction of our channel?
Yes.
Cool. We should also be excited because that show features Goldberg from the Mighty Ducks.
Oh, dude, you know what? He's got his life together. Okay.
Well, actually, funny thing you say that. I went to a convention in Tennessee, I think last weekend, and he was there, and he was doing fine. He had a handler, and he was, he had some weight on him, and he looked good. He looked good.
Yeah, because we talked about him like last year about how he was like super thin and like a drug addict and all these fucked up things. Then I picked him for my Deadpool roster because I'm like, hey, finger on the pulse. I'm not a 4-time champion for no reason. And the son of a bitch, he's cleaned up his life. And you know what? I'm happy for him. He's one of the few people that I've picked that I think are going to die this year that I'm happy for getting their shit together. And he's one of them. He's gotten himself together. He's gotten accolades, and nice things are going his way. So you know what, Sean Weiss? Good on you.
Yeah, dude, I'm going to show you this picture of him. We always love a good comeback story. It's funny, for whatever public perception this show might have, whatever, we always love a good comeback story. Every time we talk about Robert Downey Jr., it's never to make fun of him for doing drugs. It's always to talk about what a good guy he was for fighting, working through his bullshit. And then when somebody needed his help, Mel Gibson, he's like, hey, Mel Gibson did a solid for me. So we love a good comeback story. And Sean Weiss, this is news to me. Look at him. He's got new teeth. He's got some weight on him. He doesn't even look like the same guy anymore. So congratulations, Goldberg. I watched the Mighty Ducks yesterday, and it was uncomfortable to watch. Now that I know this is happening, I'm back on board.
Yeah, dude. I actually believe he's going to be stopping shots from them fucking douchebag Hawks. Fuck you, cake eaters. Go D5.
That's awesome. You know how he got his new teeth? They said somebody sent him a full dental sponsorship because they loved his story so much.
Nice. I got a full dental sponsorship too, but I mean, I had to get a job and pay for it.
Well, Dr. Gabe Rosenthal, thank you very much. I wonder how much of it though is like fans were like, "Oh my God, Goldberg from the Mighty Ducks, we should help him out." I kind of like that mentality.
I mean, yeah, dude, I'm all for that. Like, you see that every now and then where like a famous, well, pseudo-famous person has hit hard times and people like rally behind them. I would like to think that, you know, if our fans were really fans, they would rally around the fact that Dion's dying right now. That's why he's not on the show, and they would raise money for his cause.
Yeah, folks.
Yeah. We'll just call it the Green Fund. That's what we'll call it.
Yeah. Greenpeace, because we want Dion Green to be at peace.
Well, his version of peace is him in heaven with a bunch of chunky white women like Lena Dunham.
That's true. That
Live the dream.
His fucking pound cake right there. Them muff crumbs are what make him get up in the morning. Which, folks, he's not getting up in the morning very well because, you know, he's been sapped of his power by horses and horses that look like women. And centaurs and every other horse idiom you can think of. And
who are you? What are you doing here, and where are my horses?
I don't know.
Yes.
Dion will sleep with them.
Yes. Dion has been afflicted with horse brunette-itis, and he's dying. We need to save him.
I feel like we've really done Dion a disservice because it started out, oh, Dion will sleep with any kind of crazy white lady, and now it's Dion will sleep with any kind of creature.
As long as she's white, Dion will sleep with her.
I love my best friend.
I don't think that's a disservice. I think that's an accurate statement.
So, guys, it seems like we've reached the end of the episode. Is there anything else you guys would like to say before we put this stacked episode to bed?
No, I think we filled it chock full of goodness.
Yeah, we did.
Yes, it was full of Chuck Woolery goodness.
Yes.
Nick, anything new on the horror front that we haven't covered?
I don't know. A bunch of stuff came out last week. I have like 10 articles that I could read off right now if you want me to.
No, we'll save it.
Okay, because yeah, there's a lot of things dropped all of a sudden, and I wasn't prepared for it. It blew my mind. I was like, "Why don't you talk about this on the show?" And everybody's been traveling, so I haven't done one. So it's kind of been, little dry.
Well, I'm excited. I said this, Kenda, when you were away, but we're getting closer to Schlocktoberfest season. So it's the first time we've said it on the channel.
Yeah, we need to get some people to come help us and get involved and tell ghost stories and talk about all kinds of paranormal, fun
dude,
stuff.
I got a legit idea. No, I got
do?
a legit idea that I'm going to put out there, and we're going to make it happen.
Okay,
we're getting Danielle Harris.
Dude, we should totally do that. I think we could pull it off.
I mean, she's very attainable at our level for sure.
Yeah,
and I know I've talked to her at her table every now and again, and she's very, very sweet. So she should.
I would. Here's the thing. I just would level with her on a business standpoint. Last time I looked at her channel, she had about 4,000 YouTube subscribers. She's a big child actress. Blah 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 blah. We have 170,000. Crossover will help you grow. That's all it requires.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
Yeah, she's got her own website to sell her own stuff and everything. So,
look, she scratches our backs, we scratch her back. End of story. We get together for a drunk watch party of Halloween 4. We call it a day. Oh wait, she's having a good time. We bring her back for part 5, and then she comes around one more time to talk shit about part 6 and why they wouldn't hire her.
Here's an idea. How about we get her for movies that she's done besides those?
Yeah.
Last Boy Scout.
Well, no. There's one called Blood Night: The Legend of Mary Hatchet. That's an independent horror movie. That's actually really good. I watched the other night. It's a lot of fun. That one I like. If you can watch it, I'd recommend it as well and see what's up. But honestly, I get what you're doing, but I feel like everybody has done that with her. And I think we should do something different.
The thing is, though, no one's doing it with her for any YouTube growth.
I mean, she's got a kid, so clearly somebody did it with her.
Well, duh.
God damn it. She's got 2 of them. Okay.
Oh, so at least 1 or 2 people have done it with her.
God damn it. But no, yeah, that's fine as well. I mean, that'd be awesome to do for sure.
Oh yeah, I mean, dude, YouTube crossover. Come on, how can people like with that status not grow their channel?
I mean,
100%,
I'm
man,
all
100%.
on board. I think we could totally pull this off, and I like where Nick's coming from with this. Like, let's talk to her about shit that's not Halloween.
That's fine, but let's also realize how popular she is.
No, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
She is. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
She's totally popular, and I think we could totally pull that one off. And like I said, I'm excited. I'm excited for the Schlocktoberfest. This would be my first Schlocktoberfest away from Camp Kendo. So
Is that scary or good?
I don't know. It depends on how many children come to my doors that are, well, they don't look like I do. Let's just put it that way. So, I mean, I'm used to Camp Kendo, which is isolated, and no children come to the door. Here, there's gonna be kids that come to the door that don't look like I do, and I might be worried slightly that they might take me for the enemy from 150 years ago.
Hey, speaking of horror, this will be a good way to close it out. Did you guys know that there's an unmade Nightmare on Elm Street movie titled A Nightmare on Elm Street 6: The Dream Lover, written by Peter Jackson?
Does
Peter Jackson
do the song?
What?
Okay, so wait. So Peter Jackson was going to do a Nightmare on Elm Street movie?
Yeah, there's an unmade Nightmare on Elm Street Part 6.
That's awesome. He should have totally they should have totally had him do it.
Dude, the song. With a dream lovers, gonna fuck you in your sleep.
Hey, Kendo, I think you took your victory lap too early about your great internet connection because literally the second you started singing, you beep booped out.
Son of a bitch. It was about the dream lovers gonna fuck you in your sleep.
Is John Dawkins going to be involved in that too?
If he's not, I have no faith in this project.
It's Duran Duran's going to help as well, so it's going to be Duran Dawkins. There we go.
Ooh, I like that band. Could you imagine singing at that high pitch, but with that much power, like Simon Le Bon?
Yeah, dude. A View to a Dream Fuck.
Why don't we write music?
We're supposed to have like a triple-sided album coming out soon called Party Boob. So
we are slightly musically declined, but I think we could pull it off.
We have connections now, boys. Like we might have a producer already.
Okay, that's awesome.
I might be way ahead on Party Boob than even I realize.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I have learned quickly. It's not about what you know, it's who you know. And if you mention one thing one time, they're like, hey, I know how to do this thing. And you kind of have to go with it. So, hey, we might have to be Party Boob.
Well, shit. I'm in.
Yeah. Kendo, you might have to learn.
All that means is that we're all going to have to sing on the album, which, I mean, I don't know if I can sing or not. That's going to be interesting to figure out.
Nick, auto-tune exists for a reason. Do you think Dua Lipa or Cardi B can fucking sing? All you got to do is rob some dudes, and you're a hip-hop star.
Yeah, dude. I know you know how to drug and fucking you can Mickey and roll some fucking rich white guys. Just tell them your name is Nikita and you're like an Indian like Bombay mistress or something like that. We could take some sexy photos, edit them to make you look sexy with some big titties. Those dudes will come rolling over there. All you gotta do is fucking hit them with a Mickey and be like, "Yeah, I'm the bodyguard." They'll fucking pass out. You rob the shit out of them. You're Cardi B. You're Cardi Nick.
Oh God, I don't know.
I like Nicki B more.
That works too. Nicki B.
It's got sex appeal.
Oh God.
Yeah. Nicki B.
The only thing I look forward to are the ridiculous fucking music videos, because they are going to be ridiculous and fun.
It's going to be boobs.
Yeah.
We know what
it's
the
going to be
audience
like.
wants.
It's going to be like Tip Drill all over again.
Holy shit! I forgot about that. God damn, that takes me back to an era I don't want to remember. Let's move on. Not joking aside, is there anything else you guys want to cover before we put this baby to bed?
No, man. I guess we'll get our Halloween stuff together. Hopefully, and then start doing little things here and there, and maybe we'll do some private
naked poetry reading.
Yeah, John Lennon style.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe we'll do some commentaries for some movies on Patreon or whatever. So,
I think we should Oh, dude, I'll have Buffalo Jeff partake in Schlocktoberfest.
Ooh,
But
that could be fun.
We've been getting requests. We're gonna have to put this up on Patreon, boys. People want My Immortal again.
Ooh.
Okay, so there's a significant amount of requests coming through for that.
Yeah, because we mentioned it once. We get a bunch of requests.
Okay,
say that again, Kendo.
We need to assign parts because, like, okay, I was there for episode 66 and 97, and I was a part of episode 99. And one person reading the whole thing, while entertaining, kind of detracts from the story. So I think we need to
love
do it dramatically style. Yeah, dude, I think we should totally do that. We should break it down. We should have a dramatic recreation of it. I mean, I'll be Ebony Darkness. No, that was the main character. I'll be Raven Blood or whatever the fuck her name was.
I want to just be the narrator.
Well, that just kind of fucking takes away from it. But okay,
fine. I'll be Ebony. Wait, I'll be the main girl. Fuck it.
Yeah, I'll be her friend, and I'll be Draco Mal. Wait, no, he was. I don't remember. Oh, stupid.
You fucking preps. Erg.
Yeah.
What a dumb story.
Oh my god.
It was so fucking terrible. But we should totally do that. You know what? Fuck Patreon, folks. You're getting it by the end of the year. You're getting it by hook or crook.
Oh
yeah,
my god.
Sorry, that's gonna be for the membership people too. You're gonna listen to My Immortal.
You gotta pay for that shit. If we have to suffer through it, you're paying for it.
And people are like, "What the fuck is it? I don't care." How
many parts are there to My Immortal?
Too many.
3. Well, there's 44 chapters.
Oh my god!
And it was broken up on this channel in 3 parts. So if people are like, "I don't know what that is," go back and listen to episodes 66, 97, and 99, and you'll be like,
"Or
oh,
don't."
Fuck. Yeah, or don't, and just subscribe to the Patreon and listen to us do it again.
Yeah, because now we can do it at a better level than we did before, so it'll be a little bit more produced this time. So.
And that's what everybody wants. Terrible fan fiction read at high quality.
Of course.
I mean, we did that on episode 117 with A Nude Hope.
Yes, I remember that one. That one is a lot of
fun. You guys were in New Orleans. I was driving there when that shit came out, and I was listening to it after it came out, and I'm like, why the hell do we agree to this? Wait, that was my idea.
Yeah, I love hearing about when you were new on the show, because you were like me when I created the show. It's like, oh my god, I'm going to listen to a recording of the podcast. Yeah. I'm so excited to listen to this show. And now it's like, oh, I uploaded it, and if I listen to the first couple of minutes after I edit it, that's more than I do. But I miss being excited to listen to the show.
Dude, yeah, I was like a puppy that was needing to be potty trained. I was full of energy. And then I used to listen to the episodes back. I'm like, oh, this is great. I did a good job here. Yeah, I waited for my turn. And now it's just like, I don't fucking care. The episode came out. That's great. I don't have to listen to it again. I was fucking on the thing. I mean, I was part of it. I don't have to listen back.
Yeah. Well, because I've subscribed to the podcast to help it out on Spotify, and it's funny always seeing the headlines because they're nothing like the YouTube ones. Are completely fucking different. I love it.
Yeah, because our streaming version of the show, be it on Spotify, anywhere that's not YouTube, I actually changed the titles to be funny and change the descriptions and shit, because a lot of this show, you do have to figure out the YouTube part of it. So I prefer to be on YouTube. It's fun to do it live. I miss the audience and all that shit. I do like that the streaming version affords us all of those weirder avenues to flex some creative muscles, because 12 Years of Starship is a good name for an episode. Nobody on YouTube knows what that means, though.
Yeah, exactly. Because they'll pop up in my Spotify feed because it's like, oh, it's a new episode's coming out of World Class Bullshit. I'm just like, I don't care. I'm just subscribed so I can help us out. That's all.
Yeah.
Well, it also helps that you're on the show. It'd be weird if you're like, oh my god, they recorded a new show. I wonder what it's about.
Yeah.
It's like Nick.
Like for instance, the one that's on there, the most recent one right now is 275, Space Jam 2, no space, no jam, but a lot of bullshit.
Yep.
Yeah. 274 is Black Widow blowback. Nostalgia has gone full.
That was a YouTube title, but other ones, now I want to pull up all the lists. It's like, what did I name these fucking things?
That's the thing. It's like me and Podbean. I'll look and I'm like, oh shit, something downloaded. Oh, it's World Class Bullshitters episode, whatever. I'm like, oh yeah, I was on that. I don't need to listen to that again.
Yeah, exactly.
Here we
But I
go.
got to download it.
Episodes that I don't name the same, but here's my favorite one. Episode 270. Nice bats don't do that. Like,
yes, that was when Batman fucked Catwoman, or was it Batgirl? Either way,
No.
He wouldn't eat Batgirl. He wasn't allowed to eat Catwoman's pussy because
right.
Supergirl wasn't allowed to do that.
He wasn't allowed to, perform the cunnilingus.
Yeah, or here you go. Here's an episode title. Zack Snyder's Star Wars / Wankfest 98. Like, I don't even know what that one's about. Wait, we have an episode titled Ryan Johnson will finish his trilogy, WrestleMania X7, and then Vagina Time. That's got a lot of downloads. I wonder why. Anyway, folks, if you're going to consume world-class bullshitters, and you should, check us out on all the platforms. We're here on YouTube. You can find us streaming anywhere, and we're going to have a store really soon before Horror Hound. Make sure that you guys grab some stuff, wear a shirt, do that cool stuff. We'll have it available for you. But we're going to be sending out Stealing Solo stuff as it's, probably stuff is being sent out now because this is from the past. We're recording this early, as we've already told you. But bring your stuff to get signed. Come out and meet us. If you're going to be at Las Vegas Star Trek meetup, I'm going to be there. Nick's going to be there. Like I said at the beginning of this episode, folks, World Class Bullshitters is the only Fandom Menace channel to have appeared at all the 3 big meetups. There's only been 3 big official ones, and this is going to, 2, and this is the 3rd. We'll have been to all 3. So if you missed out on Star Wars Celebration, you missed out on the biggest one. But Star Trek Las Vegas 2019 was pretty goddamn fun, and 2021 is going to be an even better time. Hang out with us. We party. What you get on the show is what you get in real life. This isn't some gimmick. You're not going to meet us in person and be excited, and we're just going to look at you and go, oh, we don't really do that or drink. No. You got to bring the energy. You got to amp it up to our levels. That's how it is when you hang out with us, because we're always like this. Why? Probably the alcohol. But other reasons, because we just like to be, and we like to hang out. So, definitely the alcohol, among other things. So, bring your A game, folks. Challenge accepted, just on my part. So, from all of us here at the channel, thank you for watching. Be smart, be safe, be cool, brew Sexico, but always be excellent to each other.
.edu